Can't believe I got fired after I quit.
Now you know how it feels.
So much for white privilege.
Yeah.
Does it mean we need to get a job?
I don't know if we have to get jobs, but I think it'd be good to do something.
I mean, I hit my grandpa to see if there's any construction gigs, but he said they built all the bridges already.
No, that's funny because there's always traffic. It seems like they're always working on them.
Insurance job.
Nah.
And you still got that dude that does the PPP scams?
It's quiet for that. Everybody's getting locked up.
I got a plug at Johnson & Johnson. We could sell fake Vax cards.
Now that might be a thing.
People still gotta go to Tulum.
That's true.
You got a resume?
I can make something up.
Like on paper, not in Harlem.
I can make something up.
Okay. Just stain my jeans. You got any detergent?
It's in the closet.
Seriously?
What?
What the fuck are you wearing?
Clothes.
It's a job interview.
I know.
Rory and Mal.
Yes.
So I got Rory's resume here.
Send
What
my
about you,
resume
Mal?
early.
Yeah, you got
Got you right
Is
here.
that handwritten?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Keep that. All right, why don't you both tell me your work experience?
Well, yeah, I was the general manager of Duce Palooza.
General manager what?
It's a traveling party. It was an event series that my friends and I got belligerently drunk for almost a decade.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm well traveled.
All right, what else?
I manage a group called Emotional Oranges.
What?
Yeah. They make music.
Good music.
Like sad fruit?
Well, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah. Okay. It's, you know what? I manage a grocery store.
This is real work experience?
Yeah, no, I swear. Yeah, it was great.
What about you, bro?
I bag groceries as a.
At Emotional Oranges,
Yeah.
he bagged groceries.
I was bagging groceries. I swept the barbershop floor.
Respect that.
Things like that. Yeah.
Communication skills, he built a lot. And
A lot of conversations in the barbershop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
he was the HR department at the barbershop.
Barbershop.
Big, huge. Franchise.
What else?
I sold some things on the low. Oh.
This is not here.
Okay, just don't know about that.
Has,
What about-
e-commerce. He was working in e-commerce.
It's my field.
Yes.
Commerce.
Transportation, vans.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has a lot of strength from there. I think.
Yeah, why don't you tell me some of your strengths and weaknesses? Why don't you both tell me that? Let me hear from you first on your loose leaf paper there.
I can quickly identify when things are crazy.
He's really good at that.
Yeah, like I just let people know like that's crazy. Yeah.
Anything that happens
It's
is
crazy.
crazy. It's true.
I can
he
too.
did that for years.
I have great communication skills with just women only though. I don't like talking to guys.
And in this climate right now, empowering women.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's a strength, I guess.
Yeah. I'm a team player as long as I'm the only guy on the team.
What?
Like tennis or golf.
3 of us in here.
So you like individual sports?
Oh, okay. I can turn 5 into 10.
But Maul. He was a math major,
Yeah.
and he's really good.
What about you, bro?
Well, I mean, I'm proficient in Microsoft Excel, specifically with accounting. I don't really know your policy here, but are you comfortable with me looking into the books once we're hired to know what's going on?
You're an accountant?
Well, I thought I was one, and then I got fired because of it. But I mean, I'm really good. Excel, if you put numbers in an Excel spreadsheet, I'm your guy. Like, I know exactly what to do.
You dress like one?
Yeah, I
an
figured
accountant
I'd
type.
just,
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
become one now that I don't have a job.
Yeah. So you guys know the job here?
I mean, we just saw an opening and we don't have a job. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
At home, not doing nothing.
All right, well, this is some bullshit, fellas. But I'm into it. I see this.
you see the vision.
I see the vision.
I told you
Yeah.
he was gonna get the job.
Man, what are you doing?
You lighting up
Are
a
you
J in a
fucking
job
serious?
interview?
Why not? Sounds
We're in
like
an office.
Nah, you know what? You just got the job for that, my G.
See?
Should have known.
My man.
How do you feel about a Mary hats?
What?
No worrying mouth.
Yo, what's up, Detroit? Is definitely in the building via your headphones, stereo, and speakers. Of course, I'm your main man, the African Caesar, and I do not know which camera to look at. Which camera am I looking at?
That one right there.
All right, yep. So, this is episode 295 of the Sneaker Box Morning Show, and unfortunately, this will be our last morning show. Well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. This will be our last morning show because we're moving to Sunday evening starting next weekend. We figured that, doing the show this early, we are essentially eliminating half of the country on the West Coast. So, right, we're going to figure this out. Hopefully by next Sunday we have this all figured out. But we're going to move to Sunday evenings from 6 to 8 on here on Woodward Spurs YouTube channel. We want to involve everyone. And so, what is it, like 7 o'clock on the West Coast right now? Yeah, 3 hours behind us.
We want to be all inclusive.
Yes, yes, we want to include everybody.
Come together.
Yes. Speaking of coming together, the crew, well, some of us are all together. Geeno's back.
I'm
of
back.
course. Yes.
I'm back.
So
Did
our
y'all-
ratings.
was I missed?
I'm expecting a dip in the ratings.
Wow. Wow. I mean, well, look, put it this way. You had to reach out and have guests to come and fill my spot. So, you had guests like every week that I wasn't here. So
we just want to get Scooby Doo. Like we just had the villain of the week.
basically,
No, we had Mayor, we had Mosh, and
Now, technically, you was still here in that cardboard cutout.
Yeah, you were still here.
Still here,
So,
still here,
yeah.
so.
So
I
technically,
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Where's that at, by the way? That's not.
I don't know, in Dunk's trunk somewhere. And then
Might be in his bedroom.
in his bed.
Whoa.
You set that up, bro. And then of course we always have our Black Republican of the show. We got Guru.
Definitely not Republican, black for sure. First and foremost.
But we got a number of things, man. So speaking of the guests, I love having guests on the show, but sometimes it takes away from the things I want to talk about. And it's so much to talk about. Neymar, whoo, that story, man. That story came in hot a couple days ago.
Yeah.
We're going to deep dive into that. And then Under Armour. We finally got some Under Armour. I feel bad, honestly. So there is some good Under Armour news. And I remember I was reading it, and I'm like, man, finally people at Under Armour can quit sweating me because they swear we hate them, right? We say y'all have great parties. Like, we've been saying it for years now. We want to be invited to a party. But they always sweat me because they always think we always read negative stories. And I had a positive story. And then immediately after that positive story came in the news about their settlement with the SEC. So, sorry. We just read the news. We
Man,
don't make
It's the good and the bad.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, Kanye shrug. I don't know. Like I said, we read the news. We don't make it. So, I mean, I'd be mad at whoever wrote that article. But
Good morning, guys, young lady. Then
oh, that's my pops. What's up? What's up, pops? It's early.
Oh, that's
Atlanta's on the
Pops?
same time. That's pops.
That's Pop. What's good, Pops?
Was that Ralph? What's up,
What
man?
time
I
on
got my
Sunday?
binoculars,
Sunday.
man. Y'all got the smallest
6.
screen now. I gotta get my binoculars.
You just gotta
Six-
get the
I know it.
20/20 vision
I know
like
he-
I got. Yeah.
Guru could barely read the screen when it was like a 70-inch TV. What you
I
think?
can- I can
You gonna
see
read
through
this
the-
40-inch?
I can see through the
This is
screen.
not even a 40 inch.
I know,
is
this is
a
like a
21 inch.
24.
This is a 21 inch. So let's get that clear. This is a 21 inch.
Don't worry, I got y'all. I'll read it for y'all.
Thank
I
you.
can see it all.
Thank you.
But it's like HD. I can see like even the little thumbnails. I can see those.
I
clearly.
forgot your glasses came with Jarvis.
Hey,
Tony Stark.
exactly. You thought, hey, look, you thought Mysterio had him. Nope.
You got them boys fresh off Peter Parker. Damn. All right, we're starting the show off like that. It's good to have you back, Geeno.
Did you give me a compliment? That kind of was a compliment.
Now that you say it like that, I want to rescind it. Can I rescind
Too
it?
late.
Is it too
No,
late
it's
to take it back?
recorded. We live.
We
That's
are
been
no,
recorded. Yeah.
God damn it, we are live.
There we go.
I can't take it back. If this was the former show, I could just easily edit it out.
You would have too.
Nobody would have known.
Nope. Everybody let him know in the comments. He's saying good shit about your boy.
Oh boy. Anyway, social media. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. TSB_show.
Sneaker Shop Talk.
What
What's good,
up?
my G?
Favorite. I love that guy. Shout out to Sneaker Shop Talk.
Solid, good dude, good dude.
Follow us on Instagram at the Sneakerbox_show, and then you can follow us on Facebook by looking up the Sneakerbox Radio Show page. And I swear to God, so
Can I say that I missed you shuffling the papers the most? Probably. That's about. I think that's like okay. That's like 4.
I'm still waiting on that
That's
email
5.
though. I'm
That's
still waiting on that
That's
email.
6. You didn't get the email? I got the email. I read through it too.
Damn.
oh, you didn't get the email?
No,
I got
the
it.
Okay, my
email,
bad,
bro.
My bad.
And that's on here. I got it
sent
though.
to him. Okay, no,
Because we got off the phone, he's like, I'm about to send it. Didn't get it. It's all good.
It might be in the
All right,
junk
next
folder.
week. See, next week is gonna be easier because we ain't gonna be rushing to do stuff in the morning. It'll be the evening, and by that time, we'll be fully awake.
It's all good, though.
It's all good. I got it.
Hopefully,
I didn't go through one segment though. To be fair.
that's fine.
Yeah. I think, but you know which one I'm talking about, right?
No. Oh, okay, yeah.
I was like, just to keep it even. I
You
was
know
like,
what?
I'm not
I
gonna do
appreciate that. I
see?
appreciate you. There's 2 compliments. There you go. Let's see if we can go for 3. But no, so part of the reason why I haven't really been pushing the call-in thing, because 1, nobody's there to man the phones. 2,
Ralph,
I've
you
been
right.
waiting
They did.
to
My
what now?
bad. He said Pepsi let me come back. They did, Ralph. They freed me finally.
Oh man, you got them Pepsi chains on them.
I see y'all rocking that black-owned businesses.
Guru reading like
I got to see it. I got to see it, man. I got to see it.
Hey, you really like hey, look, when the teacher asks you, can you read the board?
Yeah, man. Hey,
He
man,
reading
y'all
it-
got the screen smaller. Y'all
he
got the
reading
screen
it like it's a ransom note.
I got to see, man.
Please leave the money
Yeah.
behind the dumpster
hey,
in
man.
the alley.
You got your super soldier serum, so I don't got to. I can't do what he do. I'm the only one with without no superpower.
Hold
I'm
up, so-
Falcon. I'm the one who got to get it how I live.
So he John Walker? He fake cap, right?
Fake cap.
Wouldn't he be fake cap?
Well, he's not technically fake cap because he has the serum, so he's not fake cap.
I mean, he was fake though.
Hold on.
Well,
Stark-
you War Machine?
Stark
How about
Jr.
you War Machine? You War Machine? You like being War Machine? War Machine better for you?
What was the AI is not Jarvis anymore. Was it Friday? The AI that's on Tony Stark's glasses.
Oh,
Was it Friday? I think it
he
was
changed it to
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Yeah, it was a
Friday
female.
was
It was a
cool.
woman's voice.
Yeah, she was cool. I like Friday.
Anyway, we're saving the phone calls. Hopefully we have them up by next Sunday. I know I've been promising for like weeks now, but you can still leave us a voicemail. You can leave us a voicemail. God damn these cameras. You can leave us a voicemail.
Here, I'll direct you.
I was gonna say.
No, that one here. There you go. I'm gonna direct you. You know what? Woodward Sports easy. We gotta get the red lights. So
That's
that
what
way,
we gotta get.
you
Yeah,
know,
so I know which camera to go to. But anyway,
just for him.
you can leave us a voicemail on our voicemail hotline at 248-677-1803. Whether you want to respond to something we said on the show or you got any sneaker comments or questions, feel free to leave a voicemail. We'll respond to it on a later show. So I guess we can get right into it. Oh, by the way, episode 295, 5 away from 300.
That's big.
Yes, 5 away from
big.
300. That's man.
Big shit.
I mean, it's funny because when you think about it, or at least when I think about it, like 300 shows sound like a lot. Like if you was to tell me right now, like if we were just starting off right now, you got to do 300 shows. Like if Woodward Sports was like, we're going to sign you to this deal and you are obligated to do 300 shows, I'd be like, shit, that's a long ass time. That's a lot of shows. But now that we've done it and looking back, it doesn't seem like that. It doesn't seem like that long.
Definitely is a lot of shows.
Yeah, it's a lot of shows.
It is a lot of shows. I'm just saying it doesn't feel that long.
6 years?
I know, it's been 6 years. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. It's like, but like,
That's crazy.
2017 seemed like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? When we was doing all that traveling and shit.
Yeah, after 2020, after 2020, 2017.
No, I'm
July.
saying because like I can think about all the times we
I
traveled.
mean,
and
he
other stuff.
always wear throwbacks, so he gets his years
Throwback
mixed
this,
up. Yeah, he
throwback
always gets his
that,
years
yeah.
mixed up. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what
When
it is.
every day is
Panama face.
98 or
Panama face right now,
2002,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? It's
So
like,
right now,
Panama face.
he in 01.
like 97, like, no, that's not 90. Oh, no, 01, 02.
Yeah, I think that's 01, 02. Yeah, that's
the bullshit I gotta deal with.
You know what I'm saying? You a Sixers fan this week?
I guess. I guess if that's gonna be the narrative.
Hey, look, but with the Reebok hat though,
I
like,
know,
that's the one though,
yeah,
man.
that's a
Mitchell
Reebok
and
hat.
Ness didn't come through this time, or New Era didn't come through this time.
Nah, he ain't.
I
That wasn't
plead
even
the fifth.
online. I can't even find it on eBay.
You gonna get me in trouble, Mitchell?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you in trouble. I'm still waiting on my Keyshawn Johnson jersey.
I just want
Keyshawn Johnson.
Oh, still
Told
on
you,
my
I've
jersey.
been asking for that one, man.
Yeah.
Mitchell and Ness, what's up?
Want
I
the
need a
Samaki
Keyshawn.
Walker jersey too? Like,
Nah.
Actually, I will take a Samaki Walker jersey.
boy,
Let me get an Olden Polynese jersey.
oh man.
Do we want to go down that rabbit hole? We can go.
I was thinking about the Oliver Miller.
Yeah, Oliver Miller
jersey.
Phoenix Suns jersey. Yeah, exactly. I'll take one of them.
Oh
The
boy.
day you show up in a Tyrone Hill jersey is the day I'll be done with you.
Oh, who, me?
You a Tyrone
Man.
Hill jersey, yes.
I rock a Kwame Brown jersey right now though.
Hey,
Kwame Brown, my guy right now.
I was gonna say, yeah, you better say that because probably
Right, he gonna go off on our show. I'm straight.
2 hours from this show being posted, he gonna put a video up probably talking
In his
shit
car.
about you.
it's gonna pop off too.
Hell yeah.
It's just been popping.
My only problem was that like you waited 20 years to get mad. That's my only problem.
No, you know what? Everybody got their breaking point, man. Like, I wouldn't say he waited 20 years to get mad. I just think that it was just like, you know what? That was the straw. Whatever, what's some dude's name? Steven Jackson and,
But when you
Barnes.
watch it, it wasn't that
Becky
bad.
with the good hair. Like, I can't even call him Matt
Matt-
Barnes anymore. Like, I feel like his government name should be changed to Becky with the good hair.
Yeah, until he throw hands.
To who?
Yeah, like, that's
Matt Barnes, the only light skinned dude that really liked to fight.
Right.
I
Like,
don't think
really
fight
a
who? Derek Fisher? That ain't no fight.
the
So
fact
you
that
saying
he
I'm a
literally
bitch?
told them,
Not
hey,
to mention-
hey, wait
not to
there. I'm an
mention-
hour away. Wait there. I'm
But
gonna
not
come
to
whoop your
mention,
ass.
once again, it's Derek Fisher, right? Like, I don't feel like that's much of a fight. However, though, like what's telling is when Kwame Brown first went on his little rant, one of his first rants, and he went off on him, Steven Jackson, and
Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas was in the comments like, yeah, no, he about that life. Like, if the dude you talking about is acknowledging why you're talking about him, yeah, that dude, he about that life.
But
I'm gonna go ahead and just think. Not to mention, Kwame Brown was, dude was homeless, DC. Like that don't.
But
all
my
that
only
sounds like a
problem is the
concoction.
person he should be upset with the most is Michael Jordan
Yep.
because Michael
100%
Jordan
agree.
put you in a predicament
Yep.
for everybody to be criticizing you.
yeah,
Not
for that
because
to
of
happen.
because how he talked to you. Like they acknowledge, like, yo, Michael's too hard on. Michael's having people. Charles Oakley coming to practice to try to beat him up. Like it was. So you have smoke for everybody except the person who
Because
did
he
you the
knows,
most.
I think he's smart enough to know that that's not gonna go anywhere. And I agree. I agree 100% with you. First, I would say this: going back to the fight, if it's a fight where there's a light skinned dude, I'm always betting against the light skinned dude. But beyond that, because he's light skinned,
That's fucked up.
But beyond that, I'm sorry, Easy, but it's a scientific fact. Light skinned
up.
people are the most sensitive people on the planet. But
Well, I guess Matt Barnes got the double whammy though, because he got the good hair too, right?
he got the good hair too. He not gonna let that hair get messed up in a fight. It's like Anchorman.
I
It's
don't
like,
know,
yo,
man.
like
I
no
don't
punches
I
above
don't
the
know.
neck.
Hey, look, like I said, man, Matt
All body
Barnes,
shots.
Matt Barnes, they didn't certify him in the league, man.
Yeah,
Who, Matt Barnes?
Yeah.
They both can probably be about
Yeah.
it, but I'm just saying.
Well, you
like,
know,
But I will
Steven
say
Jackson
this.
about it.
I do think.
You know,
I
he
do
about
think-
it, man. He you know, he said he used to be in the game.
I
so.
look at it two ways as far as Kwame Brown. One, it's like 20 years of this. Like I can understand, like, yo, like y'all act like he the only bust, if you want to call him a bust. Secondly, I do think some people did too much extra, like Stephen A. Smith. Like he a clown. He one of the main reasons why I can't watch ESPN. But like, and I go back to that Jalen Rose interview, like that discussion they had, and Jalen Rose was like, "Look, if you want to talk strictly basketball, when you make fun of my man's name and you like go out your way to keep bringing this, inserting him into your conversation, you know." The way you do, then it's like, okay, I can see where you're going with
It's a
that.
little bit
Well,
of
here's my
crossing
thing.
the
One
line.
question for you: why has he ever went at any rappers? Because rappers have trashed him in numerous lyrics.
Who?
Kwame Brown.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
So,
I don't know.
so that's my thing is if he
I'm not his lawyer.
If
I'm
he
not
ever
the-
smoke,
look,
that's
I
what I'm
don't know.
saying. If you went smoke for everybody, then yes. But now that you got your YouTube channel, you choosing to respond. So be able
I
to
mean,
go back. Everybody
he probably
don't just-
will.
That's what I'm saying. Though he ain't going after no rappers.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, he's going after the big names right now, and I get it.
Yeah,
Ben-
so,
Benjamin Fall on YouTube
Kwame's
said,
dropping a video. Guru
Guru
right now. Yeah,
right
he gonna
now.
drop a video on Guru. Like,
getting
Please
his
drop a
mama
video on me, bro. Because please drop a video on me. Because you being upset still doesn't take away what you did not accomplish as a player. So
I mean, at the end of the day, the one
you
thing he
talking about you
could,
being country with me? Stop it, bro. You can't.
the one thing he can at least say is
Kwame
all
Brown,
right,
if you watching this, His name is Guru.
All right,
He's over here selling your man.
his career.
Don't do
Kwame
nothing
Brown's
with you.
career.
All y'all anger at
Hold
him.
up, hold up. Kwame Brown's career may not have been what it should have been for him to be a #1 overall pick out of high school, but he at least did play. Was it 13 years in the league? Mm-hmm. I mean, if anything, I can
But I
blame.
don't say much about the league either.
That's what I was gonna say. So
much
we
about
gonna
the
say
league.
we gonna, you know, you could be mad at Mike. You could, I mean,
But we-
you could
but
take
we-
it.
No,
we-
I'm saying
Hey, Greg,
if you're
go-
gonna be mad at anybody, I would say be mad at Mike, like, because they drafted him. He ain't draft himself.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But I was about to draft
But
the
then,
Mike. It was how
but
Mike
then like
dogged
the
him.
other team still took a chance on him too. Like,
Yeah, the Lakers and you know.
and if they didn't do
But I
anything to
gotta-
try and help his
I feel
development,
bad
that's
for
on
him.
Too,
them.
for a minute too.
Say what?
He played here in Detroit, and then
Did
he
he?
looked. He had $64 million over throughout his career. So I mean, he won. Either
Let me
way.
guess. Joe Dumars was the GM.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like that just sounds like a.
I mean, but
Joe
we
Dumars.
clown. I mean, every
No, I would
draft
say-
us, we drag Sam Bowie. We clown Greg Oden.
But 20
We-
years though.
So I mean, Craig. I'm gonna say,
Sam Bowie is the epitome of getting clowned for being a draft.
No,
But,
he gets. You know why he gets clown? Because of who came after him.
but he's gonna get clowned.
Yeah, but
for
we don't
that.
really clown him.
But
because
Kwame
first of
Brown
all-
got clowned
hold on,
because who
time
got
out.
drafted
We don't
before
really clown him though because we understand it was really injuries. We kind of joke. We halfway joke. He ain't the butt of
Sam
every
Bowie
joke
got clowned.
for 20 years. Not like Kwame. Not like Kwame. Not like Kwame.
You tripping?
Nah, it wasn't like Kwame.
that was the dark
Because he wasn't even. Because once again, like his thing was his injuries. Like he was balling when he played. His injuries prevented him.
He
from
was
playing.
balling in college when he played because he was bigger than
I
everybody.
mean, he only played
When
like one game in the league. I mean, dude,
And he was trash.
He broke his leg during the warm up.
and he was trash when he came
He
back.
wasn't trash. though.
He
He
was
was
trash.
trash.
doing a warm up.
That's what I'm saying.
He was trash. He was trash when he came back.
Injury prone. There's a difference. There's a difference between that.
But you clown CP, he injury prone, or you clown injury prone players before.
Who, me or
Yeah.
I'm saying I ain't saying that to say he can't be clowned. I'm just saying we don't know what his potential would have been, his true potential, because we didn't see it. We didn't get a chance to.
I think we saw it.
I feel
The
like
one
That's
game
like
he
number
played?
7 right there. I'm counting.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like number 7.
The hell?
It's like
Number 8,
12.
9, 10.
I just wanted to get the double digits. That's all. All right, let's get to our Fab Five. Enough Kwame Brown news. Let's get to our Fab Five sneaker releases from the week. Start with number 5. We have the Bricks and Wood Special Edition New Balance 5740.
I like this model.
This was sold exclusively through Bricks and Woods, and I want to shout them out too. The shoe is dope. I really want to shout them out for this reason. Undefeated did it with the Kobe's, and they did it with this release, where they went through all the orders and whatever they weeded out the bots, and that's why it took a couple days for people to even realize they had won the purchases because they were going through each order systematically, and I appreciate that. That to me lets me know that you care about your customers, and you know you want these shoes to end up in the hands of people that really genuinely want them. Not to say that you know they didn't possibly leak in the hands of a reseller, but for y'all to go through such lengths to make sure that people that wanted them got them, I can applaud that. And shout out to brands like that. If only the bigger brands could just why does it take the boutiques to do something that Nike and all these other places should be?
because
if you
Nike's publicly traded.
Yeah. if you a bigger brand, why would you go outside your way to do the right thing if the product's going to sell anyway?
Yeah, I mean that's the argument. Like they don't care as long as it sells through. What the hell? As long as it sells through, they don't care who has it. One person can have all the shoes for all they care.
Yeah, and Herbert's son.
He probably do. I wonder how many pairs he got. But no, those New Balances are dope. Those are clean.
Oh, those were fresh.
I'm pretty sure they.
No, like what Guru said, I like that model. That silhouette is dope.
Yeah, and I like the color. I like the color scheme. I just think sometimes we see the same stuff over and over. We see camel print.
I
We
mean,
see
what's
black
that
wine
called?
red.
Detroit float. Vernus with the ice cream.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I look like that. Yeah, so and the New Balance, like I said, they've been killing it for at least the last couple of years, especially with the lifestyle shoes and whatever.
I mean, I think a lot of it is because they know their lane.
Yeah,
they know
we're
that's
not
kind of
gonna
where they
beat
need
y'all
to
in
stick
this.
to.
We gonna, since y'all not paying attention in this lane, we're gonna make our name in this lane. So, hey, shout out to them. Number 4, we got the Adidas Superstar Cream White. Now, what I really, really love, it'll be the subtle details too. The tongue, I'm feeling the tongue on that. It has like this crinkly look to it, and then on the heel, you guys can see it. It has like the size chart. You know, like on the
shit.
back of a tongue, whatever, we got the size and different.
So
countries.
instead of it being in the tongue, it's
it's like and like subtle details like that. I mean, it's a clean shoe, cream shoe.
so that's what sells you on shoes now.
What
Quality.
Yeah. When did that
When did I
change?
mention the quality? I said the subtle little details like that. That ain't got nothing to do with quality. That's a design.
Well, you
feature.
talked about the quality on the tongue.
I say I like that's a design feature. I don't know what type of material that is.
Oh, so you don't know.
I just say I
material,
like
yeah.
that crinkly look, and then I say I like the feature.
We gonna catch him up.
Yeah, catch me up on what? I didn't mention anything about quality. Everything I said was design features. It had nothing to do with quality.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know what the quality is based on the picture. I mean, I'm guessing it's.
So if you got that
It's
shoe and
okay.
the quality was terrible, would you still like it?
If the quality was terrible, no. I'm not. Listen, I've never said that.
So quality
I've never,
matters.
Hold on, I've never said. See, that's called a false dichotomy. I never said that quality didn't matter. I said it's not the end all be all. Like if that's the only argument you have is quality, like as if design features don't matter, as if colorways don't matter, as if color blocking doesn't
So
matter.
you like
as if
that
story
colorway
doesn't
as
matter.
well?
The colorway is dope. I like that design feature. Like, I mean, it's a clean spring shoe. Like, not every shoe gotta be colorful and looking crazy looking. Like, sometimes you just want to wear something dope, you know, just low key. Like on a nice summer day, you're gonna walk around the river walk or wherever you're going. You just want to look just smooth.
Oh, you get
That's a smooth shoe.
You be going on midday dates, huh? River
midday
walk
days,
and
I be
brunches.
asleep.
Okay. Oh.
I'm asleep, man. I work nights.
No, that's right
midday.
before he hit the plant. You know.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, where you work at, yeah, you go on a date while you at work.
Hey man, that's a dangerous place in there, man.
That ain't me. I can promise you that. I could, man. There's so many stories, man. I listen. This ain't got nothing to do with sneakers, but
You know
I
what
would
the
never,
sad part is?
What's that?
Is this, especially in Detroit, just the amount of people that work in the plant. So it's like everybody knows that doesn't even work there knows like a couple of stories already.
Dog, listen.
Like I'm surprised, you know how they got like all the Instagram pages and stuff like that. I'm surprised there's not an IG page dedicated to that.
It was. They took it down.
I
Hold
see.
the J nap. Listen.
Oh yeah, they did have one.
Yeah.
They did
Yeah.
have one.
Oh,
That was a real
They
thing.
did want to air
Oh,
people
wow.
out. Like,
Dog, that was a real thing.
that's
it was on
crazy.
Instagram like 2-3 years ago. Wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy. I wish I would have
I
caught
remember that. And a couple
Hey,
of them.
for some
they
dudes on
posted
my
a
job,
couple
it was a menu, but
Oh,
And a couple pictures they had posted some inappropriate pictures of some women, I believe, too.
so
on
is that why
there.
I got taken down?
Duh.
I wish I
was-
would've
I
caught that
remember
one.
that. You
it
didn't
was
have to
wild.
work-
Yeah, it was wild. Man, here's the thing. I would never, ever, ever mess with anybody at work, man. First of all, when I first got there, somebody had just got stabbed over a chick. So
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
remember
straight.
that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm good. Like, I'm not fighting nobody over no woman because if she was my woman, I shouldn't have to fight you. She should let it be known that she's already taken. So I look stupid for fighting. But in the plant, man, it's so messy, man. It's so messy. Like, okay, so this is a true story. They had, this was, I don't know if this had to be like 2 years ago. They had a ball for the employees at the plant, right?
Haters ball.
Huh? It should have been.
You know, C's was there.
No, I wasn't. I wish I
Lineman full
was.
of fit.
I wish I was.
With a
I'ma
Mitchell
tell you
in
why.
that suit.
I
Showing
wish
up
I
like
was.
draft day, open it up.
I would tell you why I wish I was there because people were telling me after the fact. So you know when they have a work type ball, guess what happens? The spouses want to go. Who's that bad for? Everybody that has a work spouse on the line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was hearing so many stories about people trying to keep like they real spouse.
Why did they tell them that was going on though?
Huh?
Why they
Because
tell them
this
that?
the problem workers were in Detroit. Everybody knows somebody that works at a
Oh,
plant.
yeah, well, like you
so
said, yeah,
you go
yeah,
on
yeah.
Facebook and you happen to see a flyer, somebody post about it. Hey, they got this going on at your job. Oh yeah. Oh, we should go. Oh man. So now you got to try to keep your real spouse from your work spouse. I was hearing so many stories. Man, people were getting mad. I actually thought this one dude, I'm not gonna say his name, was actually mad that his work spouse was dancing with somebody else. His wife sitting right next to him, and he got the nerve to be mad.
I like that.
Plant
Confessions of C's. I like
But it was-
that.
I mean, real talk. It's
New
man,
segment. New segment alert.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a real thing, man, and it's so funny to me when I see people at work just getting involved. It's like, dog, that's always gonna turn messy because y'all fall out, but you got to work with them 10 hours a day.
No,
That
like I tell my homeboy, I think the funniest thing is when he tell me that somebody was messing with somebody, then they break up or they divorce or whatnot, and it's like your homeboy that you used to work on one shift with is now smashing your girl that you was with on a different shift, and you still got to see both of them, or you at least know
and
that
people
they
talk,
doing that.
And people talk cash money shit in the line too. So you got to not only do you got to see that, but then you got to deal with people talking too. Oh, that was me. I would have like, okay.
Who do you prioritize in that situation? Because like your real wife or your work wife? Because technically
I would say your real wife, man, because she's taking half.
That's true.
Yeah, see, who do you prioritize in this situation? I've never been. I don't know what that situation is like.
I don't know. Fuck y'all. Y'all not gonna put me in that box. I don't know what that shit is either.
Whatever. Stop. All them club pictures you taking with the shoes.
That.
You walk. You already walk like Conor
I'm
McGregor.
alone too. You don't see no other feet in the background.
You already walk like Conor McGregor. So
hey, look, how we know you the one taking the picture?
Oh, sees. What shoes are those?
No, that happens. But
baby, I don't know. Tune into this nigga.
That's a definite plant confession
that
right
doesn't
there.
happen. No. First of all, get out of see. I stay to myself for a number of reasons.
And
I stay to
let
myself.
them come to you. Well, we understand.
No, I'm telling you, like outside of the show, I'm such an introvert. I swear to God, I be at my desk. I don't
bullshit.
That's all I can't wait for us to phone. I can't wait for the phone calls to get up because all my coworkers they would tell you. They would tell you like, yo, like I mean, I'm personable, but they be like, yo, you a totally different person outside of here because I'm at my desk. I'm either working on the show, sleep.
Damn.
And
damn,
I don't
Chrysler.
care about that.
Damn, Chrysler.
They know. They know.
Yo,
I ain't worried about that.
Wait, hold on.
One of those two things.
Wait, time out.
Hold
Time out.
Homer Simpson at the nuclear plant.
That is exactly what it is.
All right, hold on. Time out. So you at Chrysler not doing no Chrysler related work, huh?
I'm skilled trades, baby. We ain't got to do nothing until the line go down. Look, production get paid to work.
Yeah.
Production gets paid to work.
Living the life,
get
man.
that straight.
You living the life.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you pulled a girl number at work, bro.
I did a who?
You pulled a girl number at work before.
Number 3.
Exactly. Exactly.
He didn't have to pull it. It was just dropped at his desk.
I would neither confirm nor deny those allegations.
Exactly.
I sound like Neymar. Number 3.
Just don't be doing no Neymar type stuff.
No. How you just get number 3?
What you mean? How did I get number 3?
Fat 5 releases of the week.
It's been a slow ass week. Have you seen what came out this week?
You could put some white on whites on there because they come out every week.
You should have put them girls' pink Jordan 3s up before you put them up.
You like those?
Over that?
Those actually smooth.
Man, Converse, what y'all sending this man?
That's
Converse, what y'all sending this man?
Put them back up.
Converse, I know y'all sending them something.
Put them back up. These actually smooth. What's wrong with these?
Draymond Bryant.
Ain't nothing wrong with those.
You already got them yellow 95s. You already got them yellow 95s that look like that.
You know what I would do?
What's that Dreamcast taxi game?
Crazy Taxi?
Yeah, Crazy Taxi.
Hold on. You know what I would do with those shoes? Simple thing.
Throw them in the trash.
No, okay, fuck you. I would put in black laces. That's it.
That's what you tell the
That's the only upgrade I would make. I did what? What did he say?
It wouldn't be black laces he putting in them.
I said what you told him is what you be telling the chicks at the plant. But go ahead with your soliloquy on these crazy taxis.
I would never tell, man, trust me.
Just continue.
I don't want to deep dive into that.
I've never seen a black and yellow shoe with a gum bottom.
Yes, you have.
What shoe?
The Asics, the original ones that everybody been modeling the Bruce Lee / Kill Bill colorways
I haven't
off
seen
of.
those, so that's a legitimate statement from me.
Oh yeah, no, they got a gum bottom.
Yeah,
those sweet though.
I was gonna say
that.
It's not
garbage.
Y'all playing. Y'all,
that should be. I mean, I seen what the ugliest release of the
for
week.
you,
so I
for
agree
you to
with
have
what the
so
ugliest
much problems
release,
with Michigan State, you did post a Michigan State alumni shoe as a top 5.
A Michigan State alum. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn.
Exactly.
But I'm really thinking that deep about it. Like
his name is on the shoe.
I'm saying I'm about to do everybody's background. Like what college did they go to?
You was thinking that deep about that dunk low?
Because it was right there. It's like, nah, like,
That's right there too.
It's right there. Like it's no
It
deep
actually
dive
has
to
an
it.
arrow on it.
It's literally based
pointing at you.
It's literally based on those team colors because that's why they're dropping it the same day as the Michigan. So there's no deep
there's
diving
nothing
into it.
like even just the design of the shoe is ugly as hell.
These are not bad, especially for Converse.
All right. We know.
You just lowered the bar to get his shoe a compliment. Exactly. That's what that tells you.
They sent them to him.
I don't have these.
Not yet.
Some G8.
Wait, he said it right there.
G8
Yeah, it's in the mail.
And
It's
we
on
got
the
a
way.
Converse on the show today.
It's
It's
on
all
the way.
planned out.
It's on the way. Hey, look, he put it right in the middle too.
We're gonna talk shit about weapons now.
He put it right in the middle too.
No. You put the Converse shoe today because you knew that the Converse was highly ranked on this Fab Five.
Actually,
list.
I didn't even put two and two together, but I mean,
Okay.
once again,
No,
there it is.
after that one week I was off, you had that purple people eater Converse in here. I don't know what the hell that was.
Those are my Thanos joints.
I was like, dude, you was lucky I wasn't here for that one, man.
Anybody worried about you?
Man, I would have flamed.
Sucker.
Man, I would have flamed your ass for that, man.
Number 2. Okay, I think we're gonna agree on these. The Air Jordan Women's OG Coconut Milk.
These is cool.
That's right.
I like the way they look from the front, though. I think the front. I like the shoe. Period.
I'm not saying why they make these the original color and the extended sizes. That white and black one.
I don't know.
I mean, well, even this color though. This
I
color
would
is
have bought
clean.
these.
I would have grabbed them.
I would have bought these too.
No, this
Like,
color's
it's funny because
clean.
Jordan Brand, like every shoe that is absolutely disgusting, they'll drop up to like a size 22, and then the dope shit, they for whatever reason limit the size runs, and I don't understand it. But I thought that was a cool colorway. I liked them a lot. I see a lot of people wearing them, a lot of ladies wearing them, and to their credit, they didn't just stick to the normal colorways. What do you say?
You try to read it.
Taxis in the size 15.
Those school buses.
Exactly.
Man,
That's
block
right,
Benjamin
Benjamin.
Foe. Block him from
They school
commenting.
buses.
But no, so going back to this women OGs though, like I like the fact that they reintroduced that shoe and they're dropping new colorways. Like they're not just sticking to the same old tropes of black, white, and red, and it's coming out with a Chicago colorway of the women's OG. Like no. Well, let's think of something beyond that.
Yeah,
You guys
no,
are getting paid to design shoes, so design. So no, I thought these were cool.
That was clean. Those
Yeah.
those definitely better than that whatever that Converse, that Draymond Green Converse.
That's why they're number 2.
I mean, that shoe shouldn't have been number 3. You notice we didn't even have there was nothing nice to say about the shoe. We just basically just
Oh yeah, depending on
we hated on the shoe so much we just bypassed it.
It's horrible.
The shoe is horrible.
Can we go to number 1? Yeah, you horrible. Number 1, we got the
you
Nike.
complimented me and you happy I'm back.
No, I regret it. Nike Air Griffey Max 1 Varsity Royal. Surprise. I don't know. These probably gonna sell out and immediately be flipped for $500 on StockX. So,
Sad.
I mean, it's I don't know. Like that's
Can you put that back up?
it makes me shake my head with that, man.
Like honestly, like I want to know when did the Griffey hype?
Come back.
Yeah. When was it there? Like I mean,
Well, it was there.
no. Okay, when I say hype, I mean like people just dying to have it.
So that when people did want them, they had to go. Like it was almost like a self-generated hype. It wasn't from a hype that's generated. Then with it being limited availability plus resale.
Oh, well, I'm talking about what I'm talking about is when they re-released them. What was that, about 8-9 years ago? When like they was dropping all the different colorways.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even call that hype though. Like yeah, people were interested.
No, that was hood hype.
That was hood hype.
That was hood hype.
So many Griffies.
When I was at Eastland,
Yeah.
literally when I was at Eastland, Champ Sports Eastland, we would pull up our reports. Jordan retros were always number 2 to Griffey Max 1s.
Bro,
I would sell out of Griffey
Because
Max
Griffey's
1s.
was always
like
they was always dope
crazy.
to us. When I say hype, I'm talking about people all of a sudden buying them up to flip because I guess there's a number of people dying to have these for $500.
Like what you just said. I mean, if there's someone willing to buy it for that price, they're gonna sell it.
I'm not spending
Yeah,
$500.
but they so limited that all the resellers buy
I
them
think
up
2
and
was my
enforce
max.
it.
We always talk about what'd you say? What did you call it? Shit.
Cap,
Yeah,
salary cap.
Yeah,
$2,000 is your max, right?
No, 200.
You said 400.
You
that
said
week.
400
No, I
last
was talking
time.
about for that shoe. For that particular shoe, I'm only willing to spend $200.
That's only $40 above the retail.
All right, what
on
that
it.
say?
Exactly.
It's kind of like the Draymond joints.
It's kind of like the
I
Draymond
you-
joints. I would like to see how they perform on the court. Thank you, Sneaker Shot Talk.
He don't mean that.
He does.
No, he don't.
That's
Trying to
why-
be nice.
He's just trying to keep getting the articles read on the show.
Brandon,
That's all.
What do you say?
Geeno sees through you.
The resellers swept him up like a fat person at a dessert cart.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
Hell yeah.
Somebody been watching you, see.
Say what now? The fuck? Hey, you got joke. No, hey, speaking to the mic, motherfucker.
Man, you can't get no ice cream in peace.
Whispering. I'm whispering.
I said it right.
Use your big boy voice. Use your big boy voice and speak into that microphone.
I need to yell? Okay, I'll yell from now on. Gotcha.
You're cracking jokes and whispering and shit. Ugliest release of the week. We got the Adidas Yeezy Foam Runner Mineral Blue. I don't know why. If y'all
do we
shocked
even need
and
to,
surprised.
that was like 13. Do we even need to post a picture? Yeah, come on now. That shit is trash.
Now, that looks like the Superman shit for real.
That shit is trash.
Like he went back after they brought him back to life. He went into that shoe, got his black suit,
You see the video,
and then defeated Steppenwolf.
You see the video online of the guy that had the other Yeezy slide, the actual slide, and he slipped in the pool and got stuck on his leg.
Stuck in his leg. Ha ha, you jackass! I mean the slides I ain't really mad at. I don't know how much they.
Aren't those supposed to prevent you from sliding?
What?
I mean, it said slide, so he did exactly that.
No, slide. You slide your foot in. That's
well,
what
his whole leg.
Yeah, he slid his whole leg.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably it was too big.
Surgically,
no, he couldn't get it. He couldn't get it off his leg.
Yeah,
it was like stuck on like his calf.
How fast do you have to be moving?
Another dude was trying to pull the slide off him and couldn't pull it off.
Oh, you had to be running to get that much momentum to slide.
Yeah, they said he would have had to cut it.
Yeah,
but it was a Yeezy slide. So I mean, that's what Yeezy slide is. What that's about 180.
That's if
I thought they a little cheaper than that. They retail.
That's if he got a.
That's it. I would say that's if he got it at retail, which he probably didn't.
$100, yeah.
But no, going back to that shit, this shoe is horrible. Like, honestly,
Pete, that's purposes, man. Like that's just like if you're going to the beach or a pool, bro. That's it.
Even then,
no,
I think I would just run some slides.
That shoe ugly as hell.
Because it has like good grip at the bottom, like when you going through the beach or.
Well,
like
clearly the other one didn't have good grip for dogs.
No, because those were literally slides. Yeah,
no, he had good grip on the inside. That's why I got stuck in his leg. But that shoe, I don't know, man. Like once again, it's one of those things where sometimes I just feel like brands can literally throw a name or a logo on something and y'all will buy it anyway.
Hey, to be their credit, there is no logo on this one.
That's true, but we all know it's so. Or attach a name, or you know what I'm saying, like it's a Yeezy, so therefore, like if Crocs came out with this would still be sitting in stores. If Under Armour,
I don't know now. Crocs got some hype now.
If Under Armour dropped this as a Steph Curry lifestyle shoe, they would sit.
If it was all white and dad looking shoe, it would sell out.
But Under Armour doesn't really sell like that because it doesn't appeal to us color people. So
no. I mean black folks.
Shit, if you want to be real, I don't think it's really black folk that's buying that up.
Well, no, they 1950s.
No, I'm saying like I feel like it's the white guys that swear they love everything Kanye.
I think it's 60-40.
60-40 what? Black folk?
I've seen quite a few black people in the foam runners.
Black folk always gonna support it. I would agree with Guru. I mean,
that's right, Geeno. Nick. Uglier Crocs. I agree. Even though Crocs ugly as shit too.
I agree with Geeno that I probably would see more non-black
That's just
people.
what I see, and I see more women wearing it than I actually see dudes.
I ain't seen women wear them. Yeah, I seen dudes wear them.
I seen women,
but I feel like it would be more
ugly as hell still too.
Real quick too. Now that we're done with,
what I say? Can y'all
have a permanent spot? Yeah, we can. We can do that.
I mean, if it's up to C's, it'll be every week anyway. So.
No, I don't know why I just thought about this just now. I don't know if we mentioned it on the last show. So there was a fight at SneakerCon last weekend.
No, they know that.
Oh, that was legit.
Yeah, I posted a video. It was
no,
crazy.
I didn't know that. Because a lot of times people post videos or whatnot, and that could have been something from a previous event or something like that.
No, from what I heard, I talked to a lot of people. They were like, "No, that really happened."
No, I mean,
so what was the details? You got the details on the fight?
Right. Come on, breaking news.
I don't think anybody really had details. They were just kind of like, "Yo, like it was two separate fights. It was the two dudes, and then the women were like, we could fight too." And
the funny part about the women fight was it's like after homegirl got up, they just kept walking.
Like in the interest of diversity, the women got involved.
They said why they was fighting?
Huh?
They said why they was fighting?
Nobody really knew. They just kind of everybody pulls out their phones. Everybody just pulls out their phone.
No post fight reaction or nothing. Like,
yeah, there was no post fight commentary. Like nobody went to go talk to people involved to see.
How does that make you feel? Easy.
What their thoughts were.
You don't like that post-fight interview with Joe Rogan pop up, you know what I'm saying?
We need to start doing that. We need to instigate fights and then send Easy out there just to go interview all the participants.
Interesting. I never seen a fight at SneakerCon when we went.
That was the first time I've ever seen one.
That's only the second SneakerCon event so far this year.
I think that's the first one.
That's the first one.
I thought Miami was No, Miami. Oh, okay. See, I just had them mixed up.
Speaking of which, they got the they got this live event coming up with Hassan Minaj and special guest Lil Yachty, and I'm like, who is this for?
When is the next in-person sneaker con?
Went right past the live event. Because that would be my question, too. I don't know. But this is supposed to happen in June or July. I think June. End of June.
A virtual event?
I could be like a live, supposed to be like an online virtual event that nobody gives a fuck. Like, honestly, like, if you're going to do an online event like that, it's essentially a TED Talk. And at that point, who cares?
Yeah, that's hard. I think it's harder for you to do a in-person event virtually.
Yeah.
It's hard
What's
to
the
do
point?
that because all the event is centered around interaction with people.
Exactly. I'm just going to sit there and listen to you Lil Yachty try to rap or listen to other influencers talk about what their favorite shoe of the year is so far. I mean, what conversations are we really going to have? Like, I ain't seen nobody. Once again, I mean, we give you advice for free. Like, I've been saying, if you're going to have things like that when they have their conversations, have people from the brands talk about, you know, what it was like to design a specific shoe or what went into this or that. Like, you know, have Tinker Hatfield talk about, you know, what went into making Air Jordan 6. So, I don't know. Have somebody there who knows what the hell they're talking about. Just having influencers on there rambling on for 5 fucking minutes.
Like you are right now?
Exactly. Like, that ain't nothing I want to tune in for.
Damn, ratings just dropped on the show, huh?
Yeah. I mean, people love when I do it. I want to see them.
Dang. So you only could do it.
Only I can do it. Exactly.
Gotcha.
I'm good at it. Like,
You good at stepping over people, huh?
Oh, yeah. Like Ivo. But anyway, I'm just looking at because that's all they posted so far. Like, Hassan Minaj and this somebody DJing and Lil Yachty's going to rap.
I mean,
like,
but the other part, too, is eventually, especially
why do I care about this?
With the height of where reselling is at now anyway, I mean, those events are going to become extinct at some point.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm just looking. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to become extinct because people like going there to interact with people. You know, social media kind of brought the community somewhat together.
Yeah.
So sneaker cons are able for people to link. Like, oh, you going to this one? Okay, I'm going to pull up too. Like, so it's not going to die. And then plus,
No, it's not gonna die.
I don't think it's going
it
to
will.
die because one, I can resell a shoe and get paid immediately. I can get my shoe immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
it's more barter to the system opposed to StockX and whatever else. So
But with the advent of just being able to sell on eBay, StockX, Gold,
People want that shit
Facebook.
now. People ain't
I
got
mean,
that
yeah,
patience.
you do, but then you think about it. I got to pay tickets to go to SneakerCon to walk in. Hopefully, I can find
But-
something. Whereas if I just hit somebody up online,
But listen, I'll say this too.
much
Like,
as
if
that
this was
tax and that shipping is on StockX,
Yeah, you
could
gotta
fly
wait.
I mean,
them
unless
up.
you find somebody local,
you ain't got to wait a month for somebody to authenticate your shit.
So-
But
shit,
on
your
top
shit
of
could be fake.
But there's an authentication site there.
that-
You
But
go
you
buy
got
a
you
shoe
got
off
you got to
eBay.
pay for it.
Huh?
Don't you got to pay for it?
How much? I don't know because I've never got authenticated.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's no way I think they do that service for free.
I don't know.
You gonna pay the ticket, you got to pay to get
But
your
even
stuff
if you're gonna have
authenticated.
influencers there, like,
Well, actually, if they didn't charge you, it'd be understandable because they already charged you $35 at the door.
I was gonna say, yeah, to
Yeah,
get
so
in,
I mean,
right?
if
Yeah.
they authenticated for free, it wouldn't be no problem because already.
But even if
I have
you're
a
gonna
feeling
have
they don't.
But even if you're gonna have influencers, people will still show up to meet those people face to face. They're not gonna. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to watch nobody on TV. Like, I don't know. I
No,
just,
don't. No, we on TV.
That's true. We're special though. We
Can we
different.
edit that whole thing
We
out?
different. We different. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't want to meet your Little Yachty in person or on TV. So I mean, it doesn't matter. My point is, the guest list of people they have on there is like, is that supposed to sell me?
But you got.
But it's not- it's not for
you're
you.
you're the minority
Exactly.
now. You're not the
Like,
majority.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
speaking for myself. I ain't speaking for these kids. The kids speak for themselves.
Okay,
So then
Mama
that's why they
Jordan.
putting those type of events together.
I just want to see what happens because I really don't think it's gonna do well. But I mean, that's just me. Because even what's the other one? Complexland. They had issues with they won last time. So
Mama
Yeah,
Jordan.
but I was gonna say, what if we looked at the numbers of it, of how many people that paid to subscribe to it, or I guess
is that how it works? Is this?
I don't know if it would be a subscription, but I
What?
mean, it's basically like wouldn't you have to pay to get the invite to the event?
Oh hell no! I'm not paying to watch.
Because I'm saying, like, you can't if you can get on there for
I thought
free.
it was
What
free.
good? Well, what good does that do? No,
Ain't no
complex.
branding.
It would be.
Shit.
I mean, if they make it free and then charge for advertising, then that's how they can make it free for everybody, but still make money.
Yeah.
But
I have a feeling they charge for it.
I mean, it's all about branding. It's all about getting your shit out there to the public. Oh,
I mean, everything's supposed to be open by
listen,
July 1st.
I like SneakerCon for the most part because,
Facts.
like Guru said, it allows us to interact with each other, like with people that we know in the community.
Yeah, you're gonna have people running up on you trying to fight you, huh?
Like who?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Who gonna run up on me?
Kwame.
No, Kwame gonna run up on Guru. Like, we gonna,
Well, I mean,
I'm about to wear my Timberlands that day.
Nah, you gonna run up on me.
We
Where
gotta protect Guru.
He from South Carolina?
Is he?
Do they have sneaker cons out there? They should have one just for that.
I doubt they will.
Not definitely not.
SneakerCon ain't trying to go to South Carolina. Just like they ain't trying to go to Utah. They ain't been back here ever since, what was that, 2000 and...
Damn, when was that?
14, 15?
Damn, that was
Was that
long
damn?
time.
Yeah, it was 14, 15, yeah.
Jeez, they came here one time, was like, never again.
That's
They was on that
fucked up.
mayor shit.
He came back twice.
Huh?
You remember he said
Yeah,
he
at least
came back twice.
yeah. All right, so we haven't done this in a while. Oh, we telling me which camera? Are you
No.
counting still? God damn, I just want to put
No,
it down now.
it's hilarious.
We haven't done this segment in a while. The price is hype, and that's pretty much where the guys guess the price of the shoes. It's pretty much based on the Price is Right. You know, you want to get the closest price without going over. So let's go through these shoes. We have the first shoe. We have the Adidas Y3 Hicho Core White. How much do you think these go for, Guru?
370.
370. Okay.
370, so make sure you hear me. 370. There we go.
There you go.
Geeno.
And that's actually a roundabout price, which I was gonna say as well. But I'll go 350.
350.
Yeah, it might be around that 360 range. We'll see.
I thought you was gonna do like the 369 or something like that. Do like that dollar below.
If he said 370, I'm gonna say 369. And
Oh, that's true. I don't know. Or people go a dollar more.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Yeah. Okay.
No.
So you're gonna do 371. Easy, you okay over there?
Yeah, we said 350.
yeah, I
said
said
350.
350.
This thing just disappeared on me. My bad. Boom.
Shout out to Easy, by the way. Did y'all know he teaches Taekwondo or something?
Yeah, he said he could whoop Bruce Lee's ass.
Jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu,
Or
that's it,
whatever.
He said
It's like the Matrix. He just downloads it and just does it.
so. He's an android.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a
I wish I had
simulation.
that code.
You trying to get your phone, dog. You trying to get your phone.
Maybe he can protect you from Kwame. Like, there you go. I got Easy. I got Easy.
Don't worry about it.
All right, so the actual retail price is $300. Still too much for that shoe. It's essentially a Superstar with Y3 on the corner.
So what if it was like cream color with white stripes? Would you like it then?
Oh yeah, it's definitely worth
Good
$350.
crinkly time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's got some on the back heel. You know, because you like detail back
that's just
there.
a dirty sock liner. That ain't.
It looked like it got a platform
It is
too.
on platform.
It does. It looks. You should get a pair. You be taller. The next shoe.
Knew you was going there.
The next shoe is another Y3. We got the Adidas Y3 Forum High OG Black. I don't know what to say about this one. This is kind of
425.
Did they slapped a forum bottom on the back of that on them?
that does look like an expensive shoe. Ugly but expensive.
Man, it don't look that bad. It's still ugly.
Like
Said
a woman's
425. It does look very. It look like a racing boot.
It does like a woman's racing boot. There we go. Let's
You said
compromise.
425.
It don't look that bad.
I'm gonna go 550.
550. Damn, that's a hell of a jump. All right, you got 550. The actual retail price is $330.
I figured it might be around that 500 mark because the picture on there, like the leather, like that leather
So
look like
how
really good
how
quality
is
leather.
these are cheaper than the
Oh, these are
Superstars?
good quality though, huh?
These are cheaper than Superstars?
These are cheaper than these are more.
These more?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. This
So
next,
nobody won that one.
Nope. So we are still nil on both of y'all.
My man Ralph on YouTube, he got the first one right.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it's at 300.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, right in the
I
money.
mean, he probably he typed it in and looked it up.
So he's winning, right? Yeah, he probably Googled it.
Stop cheating, Ralph.
This next shoe, we have the Nike Women's Air Max 97 Swarovski.
Oh, the
Polar
Swarovski
blue.
crystals. Damn, I remembered the price of them when I seen it.
3.
I'd almost be scared to wear these like out.
I think you said 3. I think it was around, if I remember correct. But I mean, I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna say 295.
$295. Well, the actual retail price is $400. So Guru actually has a point on the board.
Thank you.
I thought you was gonna do something like 301. Like I actually thought that would be the time to do it.
I mean, yeah. Well, that's why I did 295 because I wasn't sure if it was like right at that 300 mark. So
these next shoes, which are horrible by the way, the Matthew M. Williams Special Edition Nike Zoom MMW 4-pack.
that should have been the ugliest release of the week.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was just looking at them too.
Well, these came out already, so
280.
Say 250.
So Guru says 280 and Geeno says 250.
Yep.
Sheesh. Okay. Well, the actual retail price is $450
Fuck out of here.
Damn, what the fuck?
each. So Guru gets another point.
That's
That's ridiculous.
I know.
There's like
trust
no
me.
way.
Trust me.
Nike
I'm like-
okay for $450.
That upper better be made out of like
So
authentic dinosaur skin.
They okay that, but I can't get Jordan 16s to get retro.
So for every shoe,
I'm just saying, like, come on now.
for every shoe that they charging for this, they could have made 2 more Kobe's.
That's what you're gonna see at SneakerCon.
They coulda
That's why
made
they got
two.
into a fight. Like, what the fuck is this?
They could have made 2 more Kobe's for the cost of
Nah,
retail for
real
this
talk,
shoe.
man. This is
They
It
could have
looks like they
gave Kobe
used
his
leftover
lifetime
Mamba skin.
contract instead of doing that. Like,
Exactly.
You know what? I gotta say, Matthew M. Williams is to Nike what Stella McCartney is to Adidas. Like, I've yet to see a dope collaboration by either one of them, to be honest. But you know, whatever.
I mean, what are you supposed to do with that?
I have no clue.
Benjamin
Those
Foster
look
does
like
look like
Carnage and Venom. They
Yeah.
That
do.
look worse.
Like, bro, I don't know what they were going for. I mean, honestly, if he'd have said that, I probably would have been like, yeah, okay, I can
No.
kind of see it.
No.
Still ugly, understand. At least you were trying to go for something. Like, I don't know what he was going for with those.
Hot garbage.
What was you shooting for?
Trash.
Man, he missed.
Oscar the Grouch.
Well, I guess you could say he made them. But the last shoe, since Guru already won, I guess was shits and giggles.
Yeah, shits and giggles. I just got
the
back. Come on now.
Prada Special Edition Adidas Luna Rosa 21.
I like those actually.
370.
You said, I go 450.
So 370 and 450. I don't know. First of all, while he's doing that, do you really like this shoe? I mean, it's not a bad shoe.
It's
I'm not gonna
decent.
say-
I
I'm
mean,
not saying
in terms of everything that's been presented so far,
yeah.
I mean,
I'm just
it's-
kind of.
because
I'm
it
just-
almost, you know, what's funny is it almost looked like a Harden mixed with a T-Mac mixed with a Prada.
Yeah, now that you said that, I can kind of see it. It's not the worst thing I've seen. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
no.
Well, the actual retail price is $695. Geeno actually wins. He actually gets a point on the board. So, yeah, that's retail. So you can imagine what the resale is going to be. You clearing well over
200.
1,000.
Right? Yeah, them
Nobody
gonna go
want
on
that.
sale. Why,
Nobody want
I bet you
Think so?
Go probably got them on sale.
I should look that up actually.
We need to get some victory music. That was
All
weird.
right, so there's a number of things that I wanted to get into. This, so in my research for the week, I came across an article, and they were talking about how Reebok collaborations are criminally underrated. And I'm like, and then they had pictures of the shoes or the collaborations that they thought were criminally underrated. And I'm reading this article and I'm looking at the shoes and I'm like, if this is your example of criminally underrated, once again, I don't advocate for people to lose their jobs, but I'm struggling to figure out how this person keeps their job as a journalist or a writer. And I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm
got
wrong.
pictures of the shoes?
Yeah, so we're gonna go through it. So
Well, I
we're
was
gonna-
gonna say who do they write? Who do they write for?
Hypebeast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
No,
happened?
I'm sorry. It's High Snobiety. I'm sorry. High Snobiety.
God bless you.
feel
That lets you
like-
know why.
Yeah, I know. Same thing.
Little sprinkles of hype beast.
Two sides of the same coin, right? So this first shoe we got. This is a Mason Margiela Reebok collaboration.
This next, come
yeah,
on,
this
what the
one.
camel
I
toe?
know. I was gonna say like I've yet to see. Whoa! What are you? No. What we doing? Easy?
That would have been a win.
Easy drunk.
They would have did that.
Easy over there drunk. You drinking over there? Easy.
Got that rough
what
fit
he has
jacket
right
on.
here.
It's in our community forum photo.
Got that rough fit jacket on. He been working out, so
I don't got a picture for it. What's it called? I'll Google it.
What is it? It's the camel toe?
And they give you pictures. I don't know what the hell.
No, I mean it might not just be in here.
Huh?
What's it called? I'll look for it.
It's in the community forum folder.
I bet. What's the name of the shoe?
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's just the Mason Margiela Reebok something.
Hot garbage.
Yeah, basically. So how about we just go to the next shoe then? Because this, I don't know. Because I mean, he's done a number of collaborations. I mean, just pull up one, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Just pull up one so we can shit. Pull up one so we can shit on it because that's what's about to happen.
That's exactly what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not watching.
No, too late.
I don't even. I gotta find that folder for you.
You said what now?
I gotta find the folder.
Uh-oh.
You might be back there drunk.
So Geeno, how was your time off?
Man, yeah, so it's just good to be back. How about that?
Here we go. We got.
Did you saw the cutout, right?
Yeah, I seen everything. Yeah, I was following the show as much as I could while I was off.
That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? You had a boardroom meeting with Pepsi. You launched LeBron, Pepsi. You know, Mount brought Brown.
Oh, Mountain Dew Rise. Yeah, that's the new. That's what LeBron is pushing right now.
What's the flavor on that one?
Mountain Dew Rise. It's like an energy drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a really big push. I mean, honestly, what's funny about that is we all kind of like in my office, we did kind of say it's pretty cool to have LeBron as the face of it, because usually when we put products out like that, they never do good. So
we gotta get Jumpman involved with the Mountain Dew at some point.
I've tried. I don't know who I need to reach out to, but I have tried. I'm still trying.
Just go next door to the CEO's office.
Nah, I wish the CEO was next door.
It's right next door to your office. You got to wait. You're in the executive suite.
Nah. I mean, my boss's office is right across from mine, so I try not to go over there.
I just downloaded them.
So you just downloaded them?
Yeah, is this the Mason Margiela?
No. That's like a black shoe. It's like
that's a
somebody's wearing
trash
a dress.
one, though.
Oh, we got two.
There we go.
There's a black and a
Yeah,
white
it's got
one.
the camel toe.
First of all, shave your legs.
That's a dude, though.
That's a dude. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Right.
It might not be. They might be like German or Russian.
Oh my god.
They look like a dress.
That's a dude.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, for fashion now, they're trying to give gender neutral clothing.
Okay,
I agree with it. I subscribe to
these
it.
shoes.
Like the dudes painting their nails now too. That's yeah.
These shoes. First of all, okay. So in their argument of criminally underrated, this is the shoe.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
This is the first picture too. This is like you start off your article with this.
I can't get jiggy with this shit.
I mean, I'm like, bro. I'm looking at this like, who is this for and why?
I mean, well, here's the other part. So that's
And why is Mr. Margiela does that split though? Like, why every collaboration, at least with Reebok, it has that stupid split to why?
But hold up, here's my question. So that's
You never know where people draw their inspiration from.
Huh? Oh.
Well, that's criminally underrated, right? That's what they're saying, right?
Criminally underrated. Bro.
Wow. When has a Insta Pump Fury, like literally ever as a collab, ever been like more than I don't even know how to put it, but do people even pay attention to them?
The future one?
Those Grinches. People for whatever reason.
Right, but
Your future one.
yeah, but that even went on sale.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Reebok, so they all can go. I mean,
that really.
I
There's
like
some
it.
Insta pumps that people have. I can't.
But
think of
what
it.
I'm saying is like kind of what you're saying. If that's the one that we're gonna point out and say that that's
there's some
criminally
more.
underrated.
There's some more. Let's go do
I
it.
mean, this will be dope for a woman in like the fall winter time, but just for like a sneaker, no.
There's no ventilation in that either. Like your foot gonna be hot as shit in that boot.
Dog, yeah. I don't know who these are for.
It's like-
I guess Batman in the future.
It's like Doc Martin meets.
If Batman was a cross dresser in the future, I guess maybe.
Oh, see,
Maybe.
kind of
Yeah,
chill.
we need the
Still 6
bill.
months left in 2021.
Right. We need the bill, man.
Shit, I'm like,
We need the bill.
Oh man, welcome to the last episode of Sneaker Box.
Damn, we couldn't even get to 300.
No, right?
yeah.
Stick will come in here like you. Fuck out of here.
You
Next
said
year.
it. I think you only gonna point at you. Me and Guru might be safe.
Nope. If I go, we all go. The next year we got the Brain Dead Zig Connecticut 2. And once again, I don't.
Ain't bad.
These ain't okay. I'll say this. I can see like I can see somebody who's not into sneakers, like a housewife who's jogging or something. I can see her wearing these.
A housewife would be behind me.
No, I'm saying like
That's
she
strike number 2 already in the same set.
I'm saying so I can see these
You
on the
got
foot
you
of
stay at home mom buy these ugly shoes.
I can see somebody just
Instead
buying
of being
these.
barefoot and pregnant, just put these on.
No, I'm saying I can see like a woman who's like just trying to work out, that's not into sneakers or whatever, throwing those on her feet or whatever, not knowing what it is. I can understand. I can see that. But once again, an article where you're talking about something that's criminally underrated, that's not making a good case.
That shoes are right. I mean, I think I have my son. He has those. Those like one of his play shoes. But I mean, compared to what we've seen, it's like neutral. Like it's not ugly and it's not like cold. It's just.
Well, that's my point. But if you write an article talking about the criminally underrated collaborations of Reebok, would that make the list of criminally underrated?
What he got on the list compared to what he has on the list, I understand why it's on there.
Even with that, I would take that off the list in general. I mean,
there's other shoes I could think of.
The Mason Margiela I would put on there before that.
You could put the hot ones on there. I'll be all right. The next shoe, we got the Pyre Moss Experiment 4 Trail Fury. Pyre Moss, he has a couple of dope not this
Pyre
one.
Moss?
Here's the thing that's already about to piss me off.
You put that shoe back up?
Now, this lets me know the type of person that wrote this article.
Pierre Moss
like looking at everything that's on here, like come on. Now.
He has a couple of dope collaborations.
Yeah, people like his shoes.
This ain't it.
Yeah, people like his shoes. I like a lot of people who cop those. Like people. To me,
not that
never.
One though.
See, you know what this is?
Not that one though, right?
Yeah, I've seen like 4 people with that one. And then there's the other one, like the Sean Kemp looking one. That was from his first collection. But this one, I've seen people with. Now it's another one. It's like some DMX Run Light. I was trying to get it. That one's been sitting, and that went under the radar. That's like a pretty chill shoe. But this one.
Some people just like the fact that people are experimenting. No matter how it comes out, they just like the fact that people are experimenting with shoes. And I get that to some extent, but it still has to be executed in a way that appeals to people.
But and I feel like it matches his clothing because his clothing is, you know, it's non-conventional. So
once again, the bar in my mind, the bar that it has to clear is that criminally underrated? No, it is rated exactly where it needs to be.
No, that's not underrated because people know about his collaborations with Reebok. And when I go on the site, it'd be sold out. Like I try to get a shirt or a jacket and it's sold out.
Well, but I don't think people are going to be dying for those anyway.
According to Dog, who wrote the article, that is criminally underrated.
Yeah, that's right. How? And that's the only thing that's on the Reebok website that actually sells. One of the shoes that sells.
No, this next shoe, I don't know what the hell they are, but I know it's a Cottweiler collaboration. That's all I know. No, not those. It's another one.
What the hell is that?
It looks like a dress shoe.
I see.
Those. I don't know what those look like the shoes.
Right. This is what I come back to.
This look like the shoes that they said O.J. Simpson killed those people in. I don't.
Because they look like they had that much forefoot flexibility.
First and foremost, that's number 3 within the same segment, man. Damn. We are going to get canceled.
What? O.J. Simpson reference? You can't reference O.J. Simpson? The juice? You can't.
Not in that sense.
I think he know who did it. I don't think he did it, but I think he know who was involved. That's what I'm.
Yeah, himself.
I think he did it though. I think he did it.
Subconsciously, he knows.
I will say this. Because I got into a discussion with somebody not that long ago, and I was like, "Listen, I can end this whole argument, this debate, in one sentence. If the person who's in charge of leading the investigation is asked point blank." On the stand, did you mess with, tamper, or plant any evidence? And they plead the 5th. There's your reasonable doubt. There's your reasonable doubt. Like, there's nothing else to talk about. Like, you don't know what evidence is, or
Dog, they took the evidence home for a day or two and left it in the trunk.
Like, come on, bro.
Was chilling with it.
You made it easy for me.
That like
as
when
a
we
juror,
would be in stores, we had to
decision.
transfer a shoe to another store. It was like, man, I'll take it to them tomorrow. That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did, bro.
Yeah, instead of me creating the shipping, like,
but actually, I saw that documentary though. It was on the Lifetime or TLC when they were doing The Sun. That that was somewhat believable.
Yeah,
that's because they painted the history between him and Nicole and like everything. That same day, he was supposed to cook for them, and she canceled on. Like,
now I will say, Reebok, O.J. Simpson is doing so. Sorry, Reebok, that we're talking about O.J. Simpson during your segment, but.
If it was Converse, you wouldn't do that.
Let's talk about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, yes.
He likes to tell the truth and Martin Luther King and W.B. Du Bois. Barack Obama inauguration.
No, going back to OJ though, the last thing you want to do if you got away with murder, or if people think you got away with murder, is write a book that you got away with murder.
I don't blame you because I guess.
Last thing I'm gonna do is if I did it, like, bro.
That case is more so about black people getting back at the LAPD, more so about OJ.
Oh, as far as everybody else outside of OJ, that's everybody else. But OJ was just OJ.
But to write the book is just like,
it's just like, bro, sit down somewhere. You rich.
I mean, but you got no. But just like he wrote the book, the government was convicted in 1996 of killing Martin Luther King Jr. and still gave him a holiday. That's just like OJ writing a book. So,
I mean, I'm just saying, like, dog, both instances are ridiculous. And that's all I'm saying. It's like, dog,
but in OJ sense, it's like, dude, you just sit back. Just
dog, you
chill.
won. Sit down. Like, dog, go somewhere.
But the country could had enough power to right their wrongs, and they was just
no.
like,
But my point is, dog, you had a target in your back this whole time. Why make that target bigger?
No, I think he did because I think he was more pissed about that civil suit and how that went. Because now with that civil suit,
he kind of put his foot in the mouth. I mean, he lied when he didn't have to.
When during the civil
with the
suit?
shoe, like I don't know about those shoes, and they got pictures of him with the shoes on. I'm like, okay.
No, the civil suit was because they was pissed, so they couldn't get him on that. So in the civil suit,
they
took
got
all
him with
his
the
money,
civil suit. But I mean, they went over some of the stuff that they went over in the trial. But when you got Mark Foreman on the stand, I mean, that's an easy win.
Yeah, but the civil suit, they shouldn't be drinking it because he's already been exonerated on that. You shouldn't be bringing that to the civil suit.
I was
but
say,
they did it anyway.
Technically, you can.
But you can though.
You can?
No,
yeah,
you can't.
You already said because technically, wouldn't that be that? Isn't that double jeopardy?
No, because it's no.
Kind of.
No. Because the civil suit is just going out there for money. Like there's no criminal charges attached to that.
So why bring up criminal information into the
because
trial?
you're trying to prove that he was or that he was somehow responsible for her death.
But he was just proving he wasn't though.
No,
that's what I'm saying. Like technically, they're bringing that case back into it, so technically they can't, right?
It's two different things.
Man,
I mean,
where's
once again, let's get John on the show. Like he would know better, but yeah, like there is that happens all the time where it's like, okay, we can't prove that you did it criminally, but we can still go after you because the bar is much lower.
Well, because I just always
there's no reasonable doubt. Like it's more. I forgot. John, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about.
Chime in.
Ask Laura with John. Yeah, let's get him on the show. Look at this next show. This next collaboration. Now, mind you, criminally underrated. Awake, New York, Club C85. Basic.
It looked like all the clubs. C's.
I was gonna say, like, if it wasn't for you can kind of see the Awake logo on the heel.
It's clean.
It's clean, but it's not criminally underrated. Like I have yet to be amazed by a collaboration yet.
I mean, that look like every other Club C I've ever seen. That Reebok ever did.
Like I'm trying to figure out where the collaboration at, other than the logo on the back.
On the back heel tab. That's it.
That's all they added to the shoe.
No,
give us that.
Maybe they might have some writing on the inside side panel.
Maybe. Yeah. Here you go, Geeno. It's another Mason Margiela collaboration. This is a Tabby Insta Pump Fury Oxford. Ooh boy,
Oxford.
Ooh. This sounds ugly.
Shit. I mean, in my mind, it's going to be a wingtip with a camel foot.
Oh, boy. Let's hope not. You know it's going to be a split toe.
Of course. A hoof.
Oof. I don't know, man.
I'm going to check the folder again.
It's criminally underrated and criminally trash.
I'm going to look in the folder again. It's called a Tab E?
Yeah, TABI. A Tabby Insta Pump Fury Oxford.
Oh, here we go.
Oof. Right. This is like a unlabeled bottle of Pepsi.
Yeah, so it is criminally underrated.
Oh God!
All right, yeah,
you get paid to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, these. Is,
I mean, I'll put it this way: that's just nothing special.
No, these would be dope if it actually had the Pepsi logo on there.
I mean, it'd be dope if it wasn't just so monochrome. Like
and that blue patent leather ain't helping it.
Insta Pump Fury should only be just left in OG colorways and brought back every 3 years, 4 years.
Like I just don't understand. Like, what's the hype on it?
This shoe is very, very an acquired taste.
Yep.
So when it's borderline like not likable, you have to tread lightly.
What was the retail on that one in particular? That's what I'm saying. Like that doesn't make it. That should have been.
I bet money was over $200.
Should have been $120 max, if that.
It's a Mason Margiela, bro.
There's nothing to it.
We know. But you know,
that's
come on now. You been in sneakers how long?
I'm just saying, dog. That wrote this article though, like criminally underrated. Like this, what you gonna give me?
You know, dog, if you got a name, especially if it's a fashion name, high end fashion, just off the.
I'm just saying, like these are the collabs you gonna bring up.
Yeah, I got 3 more collabs. Here we go. Let's knock them out. They got the Cottweiler Special Edition Zig 3D Storm Hydro.
Come on, dude, stop.
These ain't bad either.
Yes, they are.
This one ain't bad. Like it's kind of similar to the other one that we was talking about. It's just not criminally underrated.
No, it's trash. That's trash.
Nah.
That is
I would
trash.
walk past these. Like I'm saying, most people I wouldn't necessarily.
That looked like a phone. That looked like a Yeezy foam runner, just with a little bit more to it.
That's all right.
It's got the same exact shape.
You say it like that, yeah.
Look at the side paneling on it.
I don't think I would give these any attention at all, though. That's the thing. Like I would walk past these and not even notice.
I'm indifferent on them.
Criminally, no, again, but criminally underrated. That's what I'm. That's what I'm going
That's
off
the bar.
of.
Criminally underrated. Like it's a shame that these are underrated.
No, these not underrated.
No, not at all. These
They shouldn't be rated. It shouldn't have came out.
Second to last one, we got the June J.
I see why Adidas was trying to get rid of Reebok.
Fury OG.
How you know this ain't Adidas doing?
Oh shit, that's why I just put
It could be
true.
Exactly.
But you would think,
true.
You would think Adidas would. I mean, if that's the case,
let's devalue our own investment.
Right,
and
you
then
trying to sell them? Why are you releasing these?
I don't know. That's crazy.
I don't know. Man, look, I like Reebok too, and I know they're gonna see this and be like, "Oh man, y'all bashing us." Look, man, we love y'all. It's called Tough Love.
This is the one I put up on accident because they're both Insta pumps.
All right, I think okay. So
this was that one.
The blue one is the June J. So
correct.
that's the June J, which is we already talked about that. So that white one is the Mason Rangella. Go back to that white one.
Still don't matter.
I know. Same difference.
My goodness.
Same
know
difference.
that actually
This makes that Fila shoe look like a white on white.
I was going to say that's exactly what it looked like.
Fila shoe look like a white on white Air Force One.
That's exactly what it looked like.
These are like it's the Pump Fury Doc Martens. Like I'm good.
What was
The
the name
Jordan
of that
2009 heel.
What's that Fila shoe called?
I forgot what that.
Yeah, but I just remember like that. That's what. Oh my God, it was a horrible shoe.
Come on, man. Like Reebok, man. This person wrote this article, attached pictures to it. You would think they have at least one shoe that could be like, you know what? Yeah, I can see that one.
I mean, I'm sitting here trying to think of all of the Reebok collabs. Like, I know one of the more recent ones when they did like the Tom and Jerry one. Like, I thought those were decent.
Right.
I'm not saying they were great, but I would have put those more actually underrated than
the only one I can think of was the
all
hot
the
ones.
shit.
I don't know if that's just because it's the most recent one.
Cool.
Shit, them
hot ones, Shaqnosis was dope.
I mean, honestly, we want to talk about like some of the Reeboks we could go with when Burn Rubber did the question.
Yeah.
I mean, that would go above any of the shit.
There's a lot of them.
Here.
Like I mentioned last episode, they did like I don't know if it's that 25th anniversary of the Reebok Pump or the 20th anniversary, but they did collaborations all that year, and I thought most of them were dope. I think, matter of fact, it was the one I can remember. I think it was. I want to say it was Packer. No, it was somewhere. Sneaker Politics.
They did the questions?
No, they did the Reebok Pump.
Oh,
because
I know who's it? Sneaker Politics and what's the other one? They always do the questions. Yeah, they always kind of like
Sneaker Politics. They have some dope collabs.
I think Packer does a lot of questions. I mean, Bait has done a couple.
I was gonna say, the Bait questions should be up there. The one the snake skin.
Well, that's been out for a minute, I guess.
That's criminally underrated compared to that bullshit.
All right, so here's the last one. It's a Bape collab. It's the Club C. Bape Club C. You want to guess what it looks like?
Let me guess. Camo with the Bape monkey with gorilla logo somewhere on there.
The other one.
Oh, God damn it.
No, when I first saw these, I'm like, they put some Nikes on here? That's your first, because you're so used to seeing that. And I'm like,
dude, who wrote this? Whoever,
I purposely did not touch that name because I didn't want people to attack him.
Whoever wrote this, I want you to call into the show. I don't care, male or female. Call into the show and defend yourself because it's some bullshit.
It is.
Like, for real.
It is.
Wow.
Don't even try it, Guru.
Don't
even try it.
No. When you do a collaboration, once again, like, if all you're going to do is just throw your logo on it and call it a day.
Well, that's what Bape does with half the stuff they do. They just throw the camo print on there.
I tried. That's all I'm saying. I saw that article and I'm just kind of like,
I'm getting older, so I'm starting to get all white shoes a chance now. My Wale.
You would give those a chance?
Not those.
Oh, okay.
Right, exactly. That's the point.
Yeah, I had to make sure you were still with us, man.
Of course.
I had to make sure we ain't lose you.
Come on, of course.
All right, so let's get to some sneaker news because there's some sneaker news.
Yeah, because that was some bullshit. That was a waste of time.
It was really. Actually, I feel bad that we even went over it. So Nike reportedly cut ties with Neymar after he allegedly sexually assaulted an employee.
But didn't he leave already?
I was gonna say he left last year too, right?
Oh, this gets real good. You want? Okay, let's get to it.
And he barely speaks English, from what I heard.
But you can't be a rapist if you don't talk English.
No, I I did not say that.
Man, that's like we going down a real bad path, man. Like,
That's
I'm trying to figure out what
You don't know what you're saying. No, he can't understand it. You don't
Right.
understand it.
He didn't do it.
No, I didn't say that he did. I didn't say
No
that.
hablo inglés, no.
I didn't say that wasn't
See,
possible.
he clearly didn't do it. He's innocent.
It was just that, you know,
He talks Spanish.
when he, from what I think it was a video or something while it was a tour about, and then they was bringing up that his Neymar visit, and they was talking about when he went there, he was supposed to be meeting with Nike about the shoe. All he wanted to do was play soccer. He needed a translator for most of his visit. So I'm just kind of revisiting, that video I watched, So that's why I'm like, dang, he did that, and he can.
This is a very interesting story. So this is going to answer your question. An article written by Brandon Richard for Complex. Last August, Neymar stunned everyone when he left Nike to sign a rich endorsement deal with Puma. The move seemingly came out of nowhere, with a Nike spokesman confirming the split without giving a reason for Neymar's departure. But a new report suggests a series of events actually led to Nike cutting ties with the soccer star. According to documents reviewed by the Wall Street Journal, and once again, before we get into this once again goes back to my pet peeve of, you have stories like this, right? You got all these sneaker news sites, and they know what Travis Scott wore to breakfast, but somehow these news stories escape them and make it all the way to the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, I understand why.
I don't.
Because of their audience, but
boom.
I got a couple questions for Nike.
We talking about
for him.
sneaker news though. Like how many
that's
sneaker
busy.
news articles have we read over the course of us doing this show that I got to reference an article? Like, yeah, this was written by Complex, but it was written in the Wall Street Journal first. And I'm like, yo, like y'all are actually getting paid to distribute sneaker. Well,
I mean, I have a theory behind that, but I don't want to offend
I know better,
anybody.
but I'm just shaming them because it's like, I know y'all get paid to basically promote the brands or promote the products. I know this.
No, that wasn't my theory.
No, it's ain't no theory. I know this. Like, even Sneaker Bar Detroit, they get paid to promote this shit, right? You go on Sneaker Bar Detroit, the reason why you see StockX everywhere is because StockX pays them to promote the shit out of them.
Damn,
right?
that's how that left Neymar looking.
That's what they got the news, right?
That's
You're being
probably. I know
investigated.
Dunk said he was under the weather. That's why I thought that was him for a second. Like, man, that's how you woke up.
Man, wow.
Damn, bro.
But it just like if I caught myself covering the sneaker industry and somehow this sneaker industry news bypasses me and it makes it all the way to the Wall Street Journal, who doesn't even cover sneakers like that, it just says a lot about my abilities to cover sneakers. But anyway, Nike ended his relationship with Neymar following an investigation into an allegation by a Nike employee that he had sexually assaulted her. She allegedly told friends and Nike colleagues in 2016 that Neymar tried to force her to perform oral sex in his New York City hotel room while she was helping him coordinate events and logistics for him and his entourage. A formal complaint was filed to Nike in 2018, describing the alleged incident to Nike's head of human resources and general counsel. Lawyers at Cooley LLP were hired by Nike to conduct an investigation in 2019 when Nike decided to stop featuring Neymar in marketing. And I thought this was interesting because anytime somebody gets accused of something like this, like a sexual allegation, especially a guy, they go get like a female lawyer as if that's going to like sway anybody.
That's PR.
Like, look at it. I can't be that. My lawyer is a woman. So I thought this was interesting. Through his spokeswoman, note that, spokeswoman, Neymar denied the allegations. Neymar's spokeswoman also claimed that Nike and Neymar split for commercial reasons. People who spoke with the Wall Street Journal say that Nike ended their relationship with Neymar in 2020 after he refused to cooperate with the investigation. Additionally, they say the probe had been completed when the partnership ended. So they ain't even get through the investigation before you dip. Hillary Crane.
I thought he was about to say Hillary Clinton.
No.
Like, what the hell?
Stand by your man. Hillary Crane, Nike's general counsel, told the Wall Street Journal that Nike ended its relationship with Neymar because he refused to cooperate in a good faith investigation of credible allegations of wrongdoing by an employee. I mean, what is Nike supposed to do? They got to investigate, right? Like, they got to, if your employee, a female employee, comes up to you and says, hey.
I mean, it is Nike, so I'm kind of surprised they actually tried to investigate.
I mean, they ain't trying to get sued to the Stone Age, but, you got to follow that up. And like from the looks of it, they did an investigation. They didn't say you did it or you didn't do it. They hired an outside law firm, somebody who was unbiased, right, to come in and investigate the allegations. I think it says in here what came out of that, but just the fact that you like are like, nope, don't want to, like, bruh, if you're innocent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you go that Deshaun Watson route.
No, here's the thing too. It ain't like it was at that time. We just not hearing about it. So it wasn't like at that time it was publicized or anything, and you worried about narratives being spun out of half truths or lies or anything. This was all done internally, so nobody knew but y'all. So what are you afraid of? Anyway, Neymar's spokeswoman said that the two sides had been in discussion since 2019. She said it is very strange a case that was supposed to have happened in 2016 with allegations by a Nike employee come to light only at that moment. So she's trying to make it sound like Nike just kind of made this shit up out of thin air or used this as an excuse to not re-sign Neymar. And to that I say, why? Why would they? I mean, what? Because it sounds like they had a pretty good relationship.
I do, but wouldn't that would be defamation of character if they were to do that. That'd be a lawsuit I really wouldn't want.
I mean, I don't know if it'd be defamation because they didn't say he did it.
But I mean, to involve his name in something like that to that extent, just to say that that's why we're not going to re-sign him or that's why he left.
I mean, if he didn't get involved in the investigation, then he didn't get involved in the investigation. I mean, if I'm Nike, even though factually we don't have reason to, factually we might not be able to say you definitely did do this, the fact that you're not involved in the investigation, as a business, I got to protect my brand. I got to protect my employees. You leaving me no choice, my dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you, the way you acting, I have to take this position. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the one, I know, man, it's funny because I always get called, depending on the day, I'm a Nike hater, I'm a Nike fanboy. So in this instance, I guess I'm going to be a fanboy by just saying they did what they were supposed to do. They did what they had to do.
To an extent.
Yeah, so I mean, if I'm Neymar, I don't understand why I don't understand why he would be upset. I can if it's not true, I can understand being upset, but I'm not mad at Nike. I'm mad at the person making up the allegation if it's not true. Right? Like, Nike's doing what they're supposed to. I would, like, if somebody says something here at Woodward Sports, I would understand if Woodward Sports is like, okay, we're going to investigate. Okay, because I understand. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But just the spokesperson just kind of making it seem like this is
spokeswoman.
Spokeswoman. I'm sorry.
Because that was actually going to be the very first thing that popped in my mind. Is usually when those articles are written, they never identify gender with that. And I just found that to be interesting.
He made it known that it was a spokeswoman.
Because usually you just hear spokesperson.
Yeah, no, spokeswoman. But no, I mean, she's trying to make it sound like it's just convenient that this happened around the same time the deal fell apart. And,
that's all of it? That's all of the article?
No.
I was going to wait till you get done to fully comment because I got a couple questions.
Nike has called its investigation into the assault inconclusive, stating that no single set of facts emerged that will enable us to speak substantively on the matter. This isn't the first time Neymar has been accused of sexual assault. In June of 2019, a woman accused him of rape at a Paris hotel a month earlier. Neymar responded to that allegation by saying that the encounter was consensual and accused her of trying to extort him. An investigation into the claim was dropped by Brazilian authorities due to what they called a lack of evidence. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, you know, because you got to kind of, I mean, nowadays, you got to, legally speaking, you know, you got to say allegedly, and you got to make it a point of saying, look, he wasn't convicted and all this other stuff. But, you know, if I'm looking at this with my own set of eyes and I'm looking at his refusal to participate in something that, if he's innocent, could exonerate him, I don't understand. Especially now, like I said, like it wasn't something that was made public. I could see if this was like public, and then every day you got TMZ posting, you know, with this employee, you know, or you know, they got their sources say and all this other stuff. I can understand then because you just want the bad publicity, you want to just be done and over with it, right? I can understand that. But if this is done internally, nobody knows about it but you, Nike, and the alleged victim.
So how did this come about now to the news publication? Did Nike release this information? Because they're the only people that were released.
But they did say people. Let me go back to it.
I got a theory behind that.
It just said people who spoke with the Wall Street Journal. But here's my thing: what would Nike benefit from saying that shit now? Like
that. But here's my only thing is, if only. The only reason why that's my question. Why say it now when he's with another brand? You know what I'm saying? Because now you can hurt. I guess how it can be if you could bring this story now or you leak it out, whatever, right? If you leak it out, and then he's with this other brand, and then it generates bad publicity, and now puts the brand he's with in a position like, you know what, we're gonna have to cut ties with you because of this situation is unresolved. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might press the pause on his endorsement deal.
Here's my theory. I don't think Nike had anything to do with it. What I think people at Nike who knew about it weren't happy that this guy is seemingly getting away with it. But I think they reached out to the Wall Street Journal.
But I feel like people have to understand, though, if the legal process is going a certain way, if he didn't cooperate, there's not enough evidence to say it, then what do you want Nike to do or the lawyers to do?
No,
you have to have, I'm talking about the people who
I agree with you.
You being upset, like, okay, this didn't get to maybe the consequences of reaction that you wanted, but you have to go through legal process because just
far too often in this country, though, people with money are able to, they operate in a different justice system than we do, if you get what I'm saying. And so
and people, but
this could be their way of giving him his comeuppance.
Also people with skin color has their own privileges too.
That's why
my thing is like that. If you feel that way, make sure you feel about that. Not just I want justice over here, but turn your eye to injustice over here. Like, be across the board as individuals. Support people who are going through those situations. Support people who are going through other injustices as well. You know what I'm saying? Don't say, the rich person got away with this, I'm gonna be upset.
My only issue is too, and once again, I'm not saying he did or didn't do it, but he was. If you have somebody who is constantly being accused of something, that's worth looking into.
But that other situation came after, though.
It came after, but it was separate. It was like in a whole different country.
Yeah, because I remember hearing about that one. My question with this was going to be, is the Nike employee, I mean, I guess, and we won't know, does that person still work for Nike?
I would assume so. I mean,
because I wonder if maybe that could also be a reason why maybe this stuff is coming to light now. It could be that, maybe that person felt as if Nike wasn't doing enough in terms of their internal investigation.
That could be.
And maybe that individual felt compelled to maybe bring some of this stuff to light.
People also have to realize an investigation on two people going your word versus his word versus an investigation on somebody breaking a policy is totally two different things.
I agree.
Like, you don't need nobody cooperation to see if someone broke the law or not. But when something like this happens, you need his side of the story, you need her side of the story, you need any applicable evidence to assess the situation.
So you can figure out what's going on.
I was watching a documentary. This had nothing to do with this, but I was watching a documentary, and then it was a private investigator. He was saying sometimes when nothing's happening, like when there's no movement in the case, he goes public with it because that forces people, because sometimes it's easy to kind of sweep stuff under the rug if nobody knows about it. But if it becomes public, then it forces people into action. So I don't know if this was their motive, like to Geeno's point, where they felt like Nike wasn't doing enough. He seemingly got away with doing whatever he allegedly did to this young lady. And so they're like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna go to the Wall Street Journal with this story, and have whatever evidence I have for this. Credible enough for the Wall Street Journal to post it. And to get the wheels of justice moving,
because that's why I said that could have been a situation. Maybe her lawyers, or whatnot, felt as if it wasn't enough being done and said, well, you know what, and we're going to put it out in the media, and see what happens now.
That happens all the time. So I mean, it's it's an interesting case. I don't know what'll come out of it. Immediately though, as a father, I think about man, if my daughter was that woman, and Neymar got to worry about me. He ain't got to worry about the police.
Well, I think it's a two-side because you also got to worry about people who've been falsely accused as well.
And that's why you got to tread lightly.
Mike Tyson situations, like it's another thing. It's it's two things. It's it's a very.
But that's why I understand Nike's reaction, because they listen. She made the allegation. You're saying it didn't happen. So now you got two different sides to the story, right? Mm-hmm. So the only fair thing to do is to, what they did. They got outside counsel to come in and investigate. Now, in the course of that, you're not participating in this investigation, or you're throwing up roadblocks. Now, as a company, I have to look at that and say, you know what? We might not be able to say definitively you're guilty, but you're looking guilty right now just by your actions and not want to participate in this. Because if you didn't do anything, you're going to be exonerated. And if you did do something, we're going to find out about it. And the fact that you're putting up so many roadblocks, right, leads me to believe that something happened that you don't want us to find out. So you know what? I'm not comfortable doing business with you no more.
But then here's the other interesting
part. And they
part.
didn't come out and say that because, like I said, they couldn't prove or say that he did this definitively. So you know what? We're not going to put this out there to besmirch your bad name.
That's what I was going to say.
But at the same time, in order to do what's in the best interest of everybody and to protect our employee, we're going to end this partnership. Because let's be honest, we don't need you like that anymore.
Yeah, I just like that. Going back to that Nike visit, it kind of hurt. It kind of felt like he was a little bit difficult to deal with.
Yeah,
and then this may be like an isolated incident, but I can understand where Nike may be coming from with him because when I was a waiter, he's Brazilian, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So when I had the Brazilian swim team came and to the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it came. The Brazilian swim team came to the restaurant, and they're very not saying that all Brazilian people in there, just my interaction was like they're very pushy. They're very they're kind of hard to deal with, and I try to not take it personally because you're in another country. You may not know how we interact and operate, but they was just like they wanted things done now. When I asked them to do something, they was oblivious to it. They kept doing it. So it sounds like when that Nike visit when I was talking about when they said they wanted him to come here, he's like, no, I want to go play soccer. Like, no, we trying to design your shoe. We trying to get, you know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. From that, when I watched that video on YouTube, and I know he's Brazilian, that's how they were coming up to me. When I was waiting on them and interacted with them, when it was time to pay their bill, I said, "Could you wait over there, sir? I'll bring your check to you. I'll take you out." No, I'm going to pay here. It was just abrasiveness. So I could understand possibly or a window of inkling how Nike said he wasn't cooperating, due to how I've encountered some people that was Brazilian. Not saying all Brazilian people like this. They're just a little.
Hey, so easy. So next time we go to SecretCon, you got protected from Kwame Brown and Brazilian restaurant connoisseurs.
I'm not, bro. I'm just saying, that's what, it's just, I can understand, why Nike's saying,
Easy gonna earn his money that day.
Nah, but, that's just, it's just, but I mean, understand,
but I guess you could say the other thing, too, would be, and why I think this stuff came out is because Nike did try and, I guess, somewhat sweep it under the rug to just basically void out his endorsement deal. And then still allow him to go ahead.
Right, it's like, you know what, we're just gonna go our separate ways
with somebody else
because we can't figure out who was telling. Because the investigation didn't definitively say.
I agree, Sneaker Shop Talk.
I wish Nike cared this much about women when Allison. Dog.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean.
But then this is why I keep saying, did they really care? Because they basically said,
let's be honest.
Hey, look, let's just end this partnership without completing this investigation.
Companies only care about what they're going to get sued over. You know what I'm saying? What they knowingly are going to get sued over. Like at my job, right? Like Chrysler, we got to fill out this thing to say, whether or not we feel like we have COVID as if we doctors and we can just self-diagnose ourselves. But anyway, and it's like that's not for our protection. That's for their protection. So they can say, hey, look, we had them fill out this thing, and they said they didn't have COVID, and then they had COVID. You can't sue us, sue them. It's all legalities. And so, but if I'm looking at it from everybody's point of view, Nike did what they had to do. It was like, okay, we can't say that you did it, but at the same time, the way you acting ain't making us feel comfortable about keeping you on board.
They couldn't put it out publicly because he's like, you trying to defame me because you know me back.
So you know what? We're just gonna let this.
I think, but we've seen.
And that's
so
why
many
I don't
times
think
where issues that were present that Nike maybe didn't make known, we kind of see as sweeping underneath the rug. They did handle this one correctly. So
to an extent, though. Only reason I say to an extent is because we don't know to the extent of how they were trying to get him to cooperate. Because they're saying that he didn't cooperate fully with their investigation.
In that instance, the only thing you had to do was make a statement, tell us what happened. This is what she's saying happened. Is this true or not? Because it's not like she's saying you hit her and then she has a mark, a mark on her. This is you
attempted to do this.
You know what I'm saying? So the only thing you had to do was talk. That's the only thing you had to do was talk.
No, agreed, and that's what I'm saying is who's to say that Nike on their end didn't go outside their way to say, hey, look.
But that's also defamation because if they come out and say, because that even makes him look guilty, right? If Nike comes out and says he didn't participate in the investigation, that makes him look guilty and in a way defames him.
Yeah, you insinuating in the optics of it look like he's not cooperating, so we're not going to say he guilty, but we're gonna
But he
make it
looks
look
guilty.
like he got something to hide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's why I'm curious to know who went
That's why
to,
I feel like it's people
who went,
people close to the victim.
That's what I was saying.
Or either people close to the victim or are aware of the situation and don't like how it was handled or how he seemingly got away with whatever he did.
That's what I was kind of insinuating and alluding to is that could be the situation of the,
but I don't think it was. I don't think it's a concerted effort by
people gotta
Nike
be careful about saying
to say that.
People gotta be careful.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
Saying like how he got away, because got away means there's this hardcore evidence. We got you A, B, and C tied to the situation, and you weren't.
Well, it
held
depends on you
accountable.
what. That's why I said, like, as a father, so if my daughter came to me and like she said she was a young woman and she came home and said Neymar tried to do this to me. I'm taking her word 100%. Ain't no other side to it. My daughter said this. This my daughter. I'm supporting her 100%. So once again, it depends on the relationship and the proximity they have to that person. And I can understand it. You know, if you're a close friend or even a family member of this person, you're not doubting her story.
So what would you do if Neymar was your son?
If Neymar was my son, I would defend him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It depends
so, yeah.
on the position. I'm just saying, from people on her camp, I can understand why they would look at it like that.
For sure.
And then if people on his camp, I can understand why they would look at it the way they would.
To an extent, because
we don't have. That's the hard part. Without evidence or fact, you can't really say.
But again, the people in his camp, I mean, if he's not doing anything to stand up for himself,
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I point to. If it's true that he didn't, if he didn't participate in this investigation. Without saying that he did it, it looks bad. It's a bad look.
Because that's why I said, like, with the Deshaun Watson situation, like, his situation, he's kind of tried to get out in front and just say, like, this stuff isn't true.
Okay, so going back to the O.J. Simpson thing we did, right? What's the dude's name? Mark Furman. He didn't say, I planted evidence. He didn't say, yeah, I did it. He said, what? I plead the fifth. So he didn't say yes or no. He just said, I plead the fifth. That alone makes you look guilty.
True.
But I think the only difference is if he refused to take the stand, like Neymar's refusing to.
That's
true too.
So that's why.
I mean, you're essentially doing the same thing anyway.
No. If you go to stand and say somebody
has to stand for just to plead the fifth, you ain't saying shit anyway.
Yeah, but that's
you might as well not take the stand.
Well, technically, if he
ain't take the stand, he would never have that option.
No, but if he takes a stand and pleads the fifth, that means that now he can't be. What is that? It's a legal thing. I guess he can't be tried or he can't be held in contempt for anything because he technically
that's a legal thing you have. You can
but that's what I'm saying. So he had to take the stand to do that.
Yeah,
Neymar is just not coming out like
he's just not taking the stand. He's like, I'm not showing up to court. How about that? So
let me play for PSG. Isn't that the soccer club?
You gonna take back your PSG for us?
No. He played. He was somebody
Geeno
else.
selling on his PSG gear.
That's why I didn't get those sevens.
I think he played with somebody else.
They got paid for Neymar's legal expenses. That's why they dropping all this PSG shit.
That's probably why. I was gonna say because I could have sworn he still play for that club.
Sticking with the swoosh, Nike is working with U.S. border enforcement to crack down on counterfeit sneakers. I wish I could say I didn't see this coming, but I did.
Oh, actually, Neymar actually responds.
What did he say?
In the ESPN article, Neymar hits back at lies from Nike over terminated sponsorship deal.
Oh, what is he supposed to say?
Well, at least he actually said something.
Yeah, you got him to talk, right? You got him to talk.
Not in English, though.
I thought, all right.
Oh,
according to Guru, that makes him innocent.
Hey, he says, this is great. So he says, he does play for Saint Germain, Paris Saint Germain. He says,
he's just like K.
No, this is on ESPN.
¿Cómo estás?
No. He says Neymar, who plays for Paris Saint Germain, denies the allegation. He is currently training with the Brazilian national team in Rio ahead of summer Copa America. Quote, I was not given the opportunity to defend myself, he wrote on Instagram. I never had any kind of relationship or approach with this person. I didn't even have a chance to talk to her, to know the real reasons for her pain. That person is an employee who was not protected. I am a sponsored athlete and was not protected.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So here's a number of things. I can't wait for this to unfold, really.
That's a pretty strong statement.
That is a pretty strong statement. Don't mean it's true, though, because
he said, so he got...
Because there's a number of things wrong with that, because...
Oh, Nike responded, too. Said, quote, Nike said it could not speak in detail about the case when their deal ended because the investigation was not conclusive. Quote, Nike, no single set of facts emerged from that would enable us to speak substantively on the matter. Like you said, it would be appropriate for Nike to make an accusatory statement without being able to provide supporting facts. However, Neymar denied the allegation, said he did not know the employee, whatever. He said, once again, I am warned that I cannot comment publicly against my own will, and I shall obey. The irony of the fate, I will continue to stamp a brand on my chest that betrayed me. That's life for you.
I mean, why is it?
I mean, at least he spoke.
He did speak. I mean,
he did speak.
I mean,
in Spanish, not in English.
Not Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese.
No, they speak Spanish too down there. And I think they speak French too.
Yeah,
they speak a little bit of everything.
But I mean, he said exactly what anybody expected him to say. No, I didn't do it. At least when it comes to
what's interesting was when he said I wasn't given a chance to defend myself.
Now.
So that's the most interesting part.
That's what I said is
that if I'm Nike, I'm like, they'll make us pull out the receipts because if it's receipts,
that's what I'm asking
if
for.
If we sent you emails saying, hey, can you show up to there or can you respond to this and you didn't? And we can show that we did this a number of times and you did not respond.
But it was a crazy thing. He's you can speak that he's speaking under advisement. So if he said that statement knowing that Nike ain't had no receipts, because your lawyer gonna say,
okay,
know
that, though?
No, because your lawyer gonna say,
why would your lawyer allow you to say
that knowing that they got receipts?
Is he saying that under advisement? Because he wouldn't be the first celebrity to say something stupid.
No. He prefaced the comments.
I was going to say to comment on something like that. I would assume his spokeswoman.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, it wouldn't be the first time that somebody got out there and said something stupid.
No, yeah, I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, like, he knowing that if Nike got the lawyer gonna say you can't say that because Nike pull your card, and then it's a whole board, it's a floodgate.
That's what I was alluding to, saying what if Nike didn't do the actual due diligence?
Wasn't Nike though? They hired a firm to do that.
You know what's so crazy about this? How Neymar has an inkling of little light. How did they handle that Aaron Herbert investigation?
Nike was actively involved in that one. That's why they was like, get the hell out of here.
Who's to say that they wouldn't? They honestly should have been actively involved with this because this is an accusation. Like technically in-house, this is a sponsor athlete and a two Nike employees.
To their credit, they did exactly what most companies do. They get an outside independent counsel to come in and investigate because if they get their lawyers, right, their lawyers work for them.
You know, both of these, Neymar technically is he was a Nike branded athlete, meaning he's technically somewhat of a contracted employee of Nike,
right,
with another employee of Nike. So why wouldn't Nike themselves investigate what's going on
internally?
Because because you want this to seem as unbiased. Because right now you already see what's happening. He's making it sound like this is something they conjured up in order to get out of their deal with him. So already you having that. So imagine you do that internally when nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Nike can say, look, we hired this outside company. They don't have any allegiance to either side.
That's interesting because
they're not the only company to do that. Most companies do that.
I'm not saying that they don't.
Okay, because
I'm pretty sure Pepsi does that too.
That's interesting because usually when you and another company, you and another employee get into it at work, they usually bring someone internally to sort out the matter.
Yeah.
The fact that they brought somebody non-internally,
because this is when you talk about situations, this ranks up there as far as situations. So, I'm not surprised that they got an outside company because this, like I said, it happens a lot.
But we said Nike hired the outside company, right?
Yeah.
Just saying. So technically, it still is.
Gonna hire them?
But I'm saying though, it's not necessarily that they told both parties, bring in counsel together to see what.
We don't know that. This is pretty much the gist of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I would say we gonna,
because she made comments. It says she told friends and colleagues in 2016, and then she formally filed a thing with Nike in 2018. So,
because at the end of the day, how all of this sounds, like honestly, again, I know everything is allegedly. It does sound like there could be something that went on. She brought up the allegations, and said X, Y, and Z went on. And it sounds like Nike didn't completely do the due diligence that they should have done.
I think they did.
Then I think they tried to use, hey, we'll just cut ties with Neymar to make it seem like we did everything that we were supposed to do.
I think what Geeno's saying, though, instead of Nike being a little bit diligent internally with it, they just said, we know what, we're going to pass this situation on to this lawyer, y'all handle it.
Yeah,
and then we're gonna cut ties with him to make it seem like we did everything.
No, because
that we
once again, that's according to Neymar. I'm saying, based on what I've seen or what we just read, it seems to me that if they have this investigation and you're not participating in it, as a company, I got to protect my brand. I got to protect my employees. So if you're not participating in this investigation, I can't say you're guilty, but at the same time, like, in order to protect ourselves, we're gonna just we're gonna cut ties. We're not gonna mention this. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna use this publicly as a reason why we're separate. We're not, because the thing was still ongoing when they split. So there was no way to definitively say anything anyway.
But what if?
Because even if you say, yeah, we let him go because he wasn't participating in his allegation or his investigation into him allegedly, that still makes him look bad and guilty, and that could influence any potential deals he could have gotten.
But letting him go, that's a way to end the investigation early as well.
Exactly. Yeah, because he's technically no longer.
This woman just said she was sexually assaulted. You still got to handle that.
But I'm saying,
by legally. They brought in outside counsel to handle it internally.
Assault somebody and then like, all right, I quit, and like, okay, we're not gonna investigate.
I'm talking about as far as Nike having to deal with the situation.
That's Nike's way of washing their hands and saying we got nothing else to do.
We got legal counsel, doggone. If it comes to anything,
it completely passes the buck.
Not really though.
It does, because now that legal counsel that they hired to come in from the outside, why do they still need them?
Because because you still got to investigate if something happened, and if something did happen, then there's steps you take from there.
The law, like what I guess we're saying is where did this happen at?
It's saying, I guess it said it happened in his New York hotel.
Right, New York Attorney General is going to have to be the one to say, okay, if she brings charges against him there, then they investigate.
Well, at least according to this article and according to what Guru read, it doesn't sound like she went to the police.
Which is even more of a reason why if Nike's saying they did everything they could to get him to participate.
I mean, but I can understand from her point of view, because all he did was attempt to do something, right? Allegedly. So there's no evidence to go to the police with other than your side of the story. You know what I'm saying? So like, my
question for you, if you can't take it to the authorities to approve, how can you think your employer can approve it as well?
Because your employer can at least say, okay, we're not what they did. We're not going to do business with them. You know what I'm saying?
Which is why they would end the investigation.
But there's still remedies that you can still take. What?
Which is why they would end the investigation, because them cutting ties with him, basically voiding his contract, is what they did.
But you want to see it through, though. I mean, you at least give your employees the perception that, you know what, we're going to thoroughly investigate this.
Which is why, in my opinion, the people around her is why this stuff got to the Wall Street Journal.
No, and that part we agree on. I think it was some people around her.
That's why I'm saying I feel like Nike didn't.
And I can't say I'm mad at them, because once again, if I'm her friend or family member, I'm gonna be like, yo, yeah, he did it.
That's why I said I don't think Nike did everything.
There's no other stance to take.
They could have. I feel like they could have done more, and them basically voiding his contract was their way of saying, you know what, we don't want nothing to do with this. We hope this doesn't come out.
I don't think they would have voided his contract. Once again, basing it off of what we read, if he's not participating, then I think that was the moment.
According to them,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. According to them.
Yeah.
But I don't say. But no.
I didn't get a chance to defend myself.
Because I don't think. Because honestly,
take on all sides.
It is.
Other than that,
it really is.
Because
story.
Here's my point of view. They had no reason to cut ties with dude at least until the investigation was over, right? Because
if they would have seen the investigation,
I'm just saying, there's no. Nike was in a. I don't want to say a win-lose situation. I think they were in, the way they handled it was the perfect way to handle it, because now you can say, look, our lawyers didn't mishandle this. We went to an outside counsel, so now the onus is on them to do the job, right?
That Nike hired, though.
They hired them, but you got who else is going to investigate?
But I'm saying they still in Nike's. That's in Nike's pockets.
That's
who paid
they still
the
got to do
lawyers?
business, because they have a reputation to uphold.
Agreed.
Because Nike, if you get the Nike lawyers, right, they're always going to work for Nike. So, of course, their allegiance is to Nike. You hire outside counsel, it isn't necessarily to Nike, because they still got other clients that they could potentially get. So, if you are here sucking Nike's ass in this particular case, that looks bad for your company. So, you have a reputation of your own to uphold as an independent investigator.
But here's right. Nike has two similar situations with two other Nike athletes, right? Rest in peace, a past situation with Cole, and it's currently Deshaun Watson. They never terminated their contract. They put their endorsement on pause. They put it on hold until it was over with.
But we don't know.
That's my thing. Why did you put this one on hold?
But that adds to my point, though, because one, we don't know all the details to those, but then two, like you said, they put them on pause, which I think they would have done had Neymar participated. But since he didn't, it puts them in a position now of being like, you're not even going to participate in the investigation. Once again, we can't say definitively you did it, but you're making yourself look bad right now.
Well, I think one reason why...
And we all know optics matter as much as facts for some people, especially for a company like Nike. You have to. We talked about the Allison Felix thing. We talked about the remember the protest they had a couple Decembers ago. So you following all that stuff. And you got the Black Lives Matter. So you championing all the the stuff that you're doing as a Nike. Like, look, you ain't trying to undo all that by sounding like or looking like you're supporting somebody who making themselves, if he's not participating, making himself look guilty.
But for me, the difference between those situations is the fact that she's a Nike employee, which is why I don't understand why Nike wouldn't want to internally investigate it themselves, because this is one of your employees.
Because it's one of those touchy things. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you talking about legal stuff,
so many legalities. But you just said she never went to.
Right, but as a company, yeah, even though she didn't go to him, as a company, she came to you. You still have an obligation to handle it.
I think she came to you because she trusted you to investigate it thoroughly, right?
I think she came to them because she couldn't. I mean, I think in her mind she knew it's my word versus his. So legally speaking, there's nothing that the police can do other than investigate and come to the conclusion that they can't do nothing anyway. I mean, we just read the story that there's a woman accused him of doing the same thing, and there was no evidence, so therefore the police dropped it. So I think she was like, I'm wasting my time going to the police, but I can go to my company.
But even though technically this incident was technically before.
This is before the parasite.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
but she probably was looking at it, but I can go to my employer and say, you know what, this happened. I put it on the record.
I think what Geeno was saying is like, do a thorough internal investigation.
Completely.
Then when you hire the law firm, say, this is what I found.
What do you want them to do? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Say we do a thorough investigation internally, right?
Yeah.
Then you hire the counsel.
Yeah.
You say, here, this is what I've learned so far. Now you take it, see if you could take it further. Yeah. Because this gives the
but if he
council
leaves
people,
before then.
But they terminated the contract.
That's what
that wasn't him walking away.
That's what are you supposed to do if he's not participating? Now you have to make a decision.
But like I've been saying, could him not participating be a sense of maybe them even saying,
because you can't just look at
they could have been telling him if he just said he didn't get a chance to defend himself, they could have been telling him, don't worry about it. We're gonna handle it. We're gonna take care of it. And then
now now what needs to happen next is both sides need to come with receipts to prove their point.
And that's what I want to see.
That's what has to happen.
And honestly, from the sounds of it, it sounds like Neymar is going to have more receipts of them not doing their part.
I don't know about that, because as a company, as a brand, you got to follow the law, you got to follow the rules, and then you got to worry about optics. You got to worry about how things look as far as, because you got stocks. I mean, just by simple allegations, your stocks can go down or up.
Which would be more of a reason why Nike, rather than seeing the investigation through, is going to say, let's just void the contract. Let's just get rid of this now.
But if it's one thing that's, I agree with you. If the investigation went as planned, I agree. I think they would have. By him not participating, now that forces them to make a decision, because optically, them continuing to have business with somebody who is looking like he's not participating because he has something to hide is not a good look either. So you have to make a decision based on that. It's hard. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he did it.
I know you're not saying that. Yeah,
I understand.
We're to make people clear. We're addressing how the situation is being handled.
I see all sides of it. I see why Neymar said what he said. I see the point of view of the victim, and I see the point of view of Nike. I think in the case of Nike, I think they handled it perfectly. There was no other way for them to handle it, because had they kept him and he's not participating in the investigation as if they say it,
right,
then that makes them look bad, because it's like, wait a minute, like, dude ain't even, you trying to investigate this woman's allegations and he not going to participate and you going to keep him around? What does that say? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be the narrative. So Nike's like, you know what? We're not going to go out there and publicly say anything about this case. We're just going to separate. We're not going to dish you. We're not going to talk shit. We're just going to go our separate paths from here. That's all they did. And so I can't be mad at them about that. They protected themselves.
Yeah, but I feel like the reason why she's kind of pushing this, or her people around her, because they think.
Easy, can I get this last story? You got to go. All right, 'cause I really want to get to this. So Nike is working with U.S. Border Enforcement to crack down on counterfeit sneakers. In an article written by Aaliyah Mayo for Business Insider, U.S. Customs and Border Protection recently announced that they will be accepting proprietary technology from Nike to stop counterfeit shoes from entering the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol said that they seized 26,503 shipments containing counterfeit goods in fiscal year 2020. Had they been genuine, it would have been worth nearly $1.3 billion. Customs and Border Patrol says that the counterfeit goods pose a great risk to the U.S. economy. It was reported in 2020 that an international counterfeiting ring was using an elaborate web of fictitious company names, bogus paperwork, phony email addresses, and burner phones to ship $472 million worth of counterfeit goods in the U.S. So I guess we know what Dunks is doing right now. Authorities were able to track down the...
You ain't shit.
Not one bit.
Authorities were able to track down the sellers by using cooperating witnesses and undercover agents. Counterfeit shoes are also a big problem for resellers. Some sneaker resellers are using AI technology to authenticate sneakers. The process is as easy as placing the shoe into a machine, and within minutes, software is able to identify if a shoe is real or not with a series of photographs. Anyway, it is unclear how Customs and Border Patrol will identify fake shoes going forward, other than acknowledging that Nike is donating a proprietary technology which will enable them to identify them. So,
but my thing is, they're gonna get the cutting unbox. I seen somebody on Instagram. They had ordered some shoes. I guess they came from overseas, and when they cut the box open to look inside of it, it was a J Balvin Jordan 1 mid, and they cut it. And he got a big slash, so he ended up getting his shoe, but it slashes. So, like, if you're gonna send that technology, fine, but also tell people how to cut open boxes when you're examining product.
You would think you wouldn't have to tell people like that.
But we just customs. They just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so here's my question though. So if I'm Nike, there's two ways we can go with this. One, my technology only identifies counterfeit Nike shoes because you know what? Fuck Adidas, like that. Them fakes come through.
Yeah.
Right. Or two, you can work out an exclusive arrangement between you and Customs to where they work exclusively with you, but that requires you to be able to identify all fakes.
But then again, how can you really contract the government to do your work for you? That's like basically hiring. That's like basically hiring the DA to make sure.
No, the government is hiring Nike to do this stuff. Huh? The government is hiring, or at least buying Nike's technology. So it's not Nike hiring the government, it's the government.
So you basically saying Nike creating the technology and then the government
wants
buying
to use it to spot out counterfeit.
I mean,
shoes.
I guess
but
the
I
problem,
think that would have been pushed on by Nike because government has
Nike's gonna be. I mean, yeah, they trying.
Now, I'm saying that issue was brought up to Nike. Government did say, "Hey, man, when those begin,
they trying to turn into Stark Industries. Want us to make this missile."
I mean, but the other part too with that would be then to be able to identify fakes from all companies. Wouldn't all the other companies have to then sign off contracts basically?
Yeah, because if a competitor is going to acknowledge whether a shoe from my brand is fake or not, if Nike lets a whole bunch of Adidas fakes through, that hurts the competition.
Right.
That's my.
I know that's why you're saying that's why the government would want to.
But it would have to work. That's what I'm saying. Like it would have to work. Like they're not going to just take Nike's word for it.
But how can Nike tell Adidas how their shoe are authentic?
No, you've been to what's the name before. You know exactly what they do.
Huh?
You've been to their headquarters before. Don't act like you ain't been there.
No. I'm talking about.
You've been to the other rooms, though.
But here's my thing.
He's been to the other rooms.
So if a 22, here's my thing.
I just went to the upper room. Like he went to the upper room.
Hold on. What are you doing up there? Hold on, man.
The VIP section.
So you finally been to it. There it is.
Hey, now we know where you go on your lunch breaks. Huh?
No, but real talk.
That's how I got them purple
talk.
people eater comments.
I don't know if I can say this or not, but all the brands are aware of the other brand's shoes. You think when they make the Air Max, they're not checking out the competition?
But here's my thing though, like if Adidas switches factories from here to here, and okay, we went from gluing it to stitching it. Nike has a 2020 release. They're gonna think, okay, if it ain't glued, then it's fake. When Adidas say, hey, we actually switch factories, we actually switch moldings. Like that's for that brand to do.
So here's how it's gonna work. It's prepared. So they're gonna use the technology. Mm-hmm. Nike's not gonna talk to the other brands. The Customs is gonna talk to the other brands. They're gonna say, hey, Adidas, you know what? Let's get samples of your shoes so that we have something to compare with or to
you basically
collaborate,
asking the U.S. Customs to turn to authentication.
That's what that sounds
They've been
like.
doing that. I mean, first of all, they've been doing that anyway. Like, this is news to us because they're using Nike technology. But they've been trying to spot fakes for a while now. Like, you don't think they know how to spot certain things?
So it's like, hold on, y'all can let that. You can let them bricks through. I'm trying to see if these
But they
J
can't stop
Balvin's real or
everything.
not.
They can't
Come
stop,
on,
they
man.
can't
Come
stop
on, bro.
everything.
Like, come on, y'all
They
gonna
can't
let
stop
that
everything.
through?
They can't stop everything.
They gonna let
But
bricks,
that time you spending on
bricks
shoes
of a
can be
different
going with
kind.
that.
Say what now?
That time you spending on shoes can be focused on the brick.
Focus on the who?
The bricks.
Oh, the bricks.
Bricks of a different kind.
No, because they got different departments though. So customs isn't just 2 or 3 guys. This
Now, I'm
ain't-
gonna tell
this
you
ain't
like
eBay.
I'm gonna tell you like factory sale. That manpower you using for this, like a district manager say, that manpower you using
it
for
ain't-
this can be used for that.
It ain't like eBay authenticating where they got 2 guys authenticating all the goods coming through the U.S. They got different departments. You got people that's working on fashion. You got people
That's the brand.
working on drugs.
That's you basically. You, even though the government reached out to Nike, but who has a bigger interest?
No,
in that?
actually, it wasn't even just Nike though. The footwear industry in general has been wanting to crack down on the fakes. Fashion in general, really, has been wanting to crack down on fakes.
But why reach out to the actual brand? Why not reach out to people?
No, this wasn't. I mean, first of all, from what I got out of it, it sounded like Nike reached out to them because it's in their own interest.
That's
to
what
get
I'm
rid
saying.
of
That's
fakes.
basically
Yeah.
knocking on the police. Say, hey, can you make sure that's basically what Nike doing. Like, hey, can you make sure there ain't no face get through? Like, like what Tony Stark say? If you can create the problem, you can sell the solution, and that's exactly what they do. You make shoes limited, people can't get them. You make a lane for unauthentic shoes, and now you getting technology. Come on, man.
I can amen to that, man. He just broke that one down.
Come on, bro.
He just broke that one down.
Come on, man.
I can't say he's wrong or right. It's like that Neymar situation. I can't say he's
No,
right.
you can say
I
I'm
can't say
right.
he's
You
wrong.
ain't gonna Neymar me. You can say I'm right because I'm actively participating on my Saturday mornings to show up here. So you can't say I don't participate 6 years in. You refuse to Neymar me.
I would say you have a point. You have a point. You don't get that. Look, Nike ain't gonna serve you no favors.
That's why I'm just, my whole thing would be, you know, if you the government, why not go to people that don't work for the brands anymore? Like they do for everything else. When they want to do special investigations, sometimes they go to, you know, people that aren't involved in actually working
But
for
I'm
the
saying
government.
the brands
anymore.
work with the government more than we think. This is not new.
But to create technology like this,
Once again, this is not new.
so I'm just saying, this is what the government gonna put its
Now-
focus on.
now-
we got people out here that starving can't eat, but this what we worried about.
Imagine them
No,
spending.
they ain't worried about us being broke. They
No,
worried
no,
about these rich
yes,
folks
yeah,
making more money.
Look, peep this. We already
That's how this
spend.
works.
We already spend the most amount of money in any country in the world on our defense. So imagine if they take part of the defense budget to authenticate shoes. That's where your tax money going. So you're gonna pay for authentication with StockX. You're gonna pay for authentication with GOAT, and then when you get your check, you pay for authentication for shoes that you're not even gonna buy.
And you're not even getting a refund
Not
for
even
that on
gonna
your
get,
taxes.
like,
You know what I'm worried about? You know what I'm really worried about? I'm worried about the YouTubers that be reviewing these UAs. Like,
They about to get arrested.
Yeah, what y'all gonna
they
review?
ain't gonna get arrested because they're gonna turn to the prohibition. The face gonna be starting selling more than the shoes, the real
Well,
shoes.
they do now.
I'm saying, what they gonna do? Like, if they not making it in, like, shit, where they gonna get them from? You gonna have to
Still
cross
get
the border
some.
with it?
Come on, man.
Well, technically,
You
they
can still buy drugs right now, right? And it's customs and DAs all through, right?
You asking me? I don't smoke drugs. I don't know nothing about that.
No, but I think to Caesar's point would be technically they can't go on YouTube. They can't say that that's what they got and that's where they got it from. Because, you know, you got a lot of these YouTubers now that actually tell, like,
Man, if a gun
Well,
could
no,
come-
they don't
if a-
tell you. That's the problem.
No, but I'm saying remember the people that you was doing the reviews of?
Yeah.
They telling you that they got it from this particular site that
Oh,
we
yeah.
know is probably a site that's getting cracked down on.
Superkicks.ru.
Come
No,
on,
but,
now.
like,
yeah,
what?
man, but you can't say they ain't gonna get no more sneakers because you can still drugs are
Well,
still coming through.
it's gonna be harder, I
Guns
guess. And is it
come
worth
through.
the
You
effort?
can't- but you can't
Imagine
create a
this.
video
It's
about it
harder
anymore.
to get a fake Jordan 1 than it is to get a brick. What does that tell you about this country?
I wouldn't know that.
I don't know. There's a lot of information.
man. Come
There's
on.
a lot of inside information
That's
about
not-
this.
I was
So
gonna
that's
say,
like-
you might be dunksing yourself
No, I'm
right
not
now,
dunking
man.
myself because that's like playing. That's night and day. We know
I
it.
was
'cause-
wondering how he's buying all these shoes all of a
Man,
sudden.
crime and nose and that D. They just seized over there and all that. You sound crazy. You sound crazy. You live down the street from the border. So exactly. You probably get them in, Mr. 17.5.
And that's how I know.
And that's also your shoe size.
That's where they smoking at. They smoking in this.
Fuck out of here.
You can put a couple bricks in them boxes.
Wrap the Mitchell and Ness jerseys. The dogs ain't gonna smell them.
Hey, but I'm not the one talking about them. I don't know nothing about that.
Come on, bro.
We think that's Converse sending the package to his door.
On, man. You seen,
I don't know about that.
You seen Blow. You seen all them documentaries. You act like that happening, bro.
Sure, look like we need to see your house, but nah.
He need a bigger room.
Right.
You sound crazy. Nah, you live far away. You live right by a port. You get them shit right off the boat.
Where I live by?
Port Huron.
Exactly.
That's a whole hour away. A whole hour away.
Fresh off the boat seas. Fresh off the boat seas. Got the white tee. Got the Blanco on the day.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow. I'm not even sure that's an actual report, but anyway, go ahead. We gotta let Easy get the hell out of here. He got something to do. He got Taekwondo classes to teach. Anyway, this is episode 295, man. Once again, I appreciate everybody tuning in, everybody supporting us. Remember, tune in next Sunday, not next Saturday, next Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 296, and that will be our set time.
We in prime time now.
Yeah, there we go.
We big time.
We're gonna be competing against the playoffs.
I know.
We all know what you'd rather watch.
LeBron flop.
Wow, that's a whole nother argument right there.
I just want to get him going.
You're not gonna get me going.
His lip quivered for a second, like he wanted to say something.
Yeah, I know, because I smell that cocaine off that white tee.
I mean,
Hey, you do got the white hat though. Like, who wear white hats now?
Hey, listen. You gotta be around a lot of cocaine to know what that shit smell like from 6 feet away.
I've been doing the shoot with you 6 years. I gotta get a whiff. Oh, come on, man.
C's been smuggling for that long?
Hey, man.
That's why I grew so skinny.
Why are you trying to indict you?
That's why I grew so
He
skinny.
just told him to search my house. Come on, who's trying to indict who? I seen American Gangster. Get a new driver, coked up all the time. That's a real haters ball.
That's why I grew to eat so much and stay skinny. Smoking all that crack.
Anyway, I actually a little overweight, actually, so they ain't from the crack.
Yeah, for a crack addict.
No crack addict. Hey, I don't know if you the Kingpin from Spider-Man or Kingpin Detroit. You thought I wasn't going to have nothing to the chamber for you?
Oh, man. On that note, this is episode 290. What is it? 295?
You said you asked that before. It's 295.
Yeah, 295. We gotta get the hell out of here. Guru got some people to meet in some alley somewhere. All right. On that note, we out.
Back to the part. Peace.
That's it. Easy.
It's over.
Mike's off.
You sure we not recording?